Welcome to the Scottish Peninsula. This is the Dunoon Presents Argyll Rally. It's round 5 of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. I'm Paul Woodford. You're watching Special Stage, and we are delighted to be live in the first 2 town centre stages, kicking off the 18 stages that make up this year's rally. 0.72 of a mile this stage through the town. As you can see, the spectators are out in force here. The Red Bull Arch is out awaiting our crews to start the stage. 2 runs through the stage. The crews will double back, and about 10 cars in, we'll have car number 1, our championship protagonist, Callum Black, coming here with it all to do. 6th in the championship. We'll try and grab a very quick word, but I think he's going to be lined up at the start now. You can see the cars are going to head into the town. We've got multi-cameras here for you to catch the action through this first sound centre stage. We'll go further back, I think, and speak to some of the crews waiting further back on the road, because Callum will be getting in the mode now. He'll be switching that Palace Connections Rally 2 Fiesta into stage mode with about 10 seconds to go. He'll be holding that on the handbrake, getting the biting point ready, and then it'll be launching on this asphalt into the town centre. One of the great spectacles of our sport, town centre stages, and we have a few more of them than we ever used to have at the moment, which is fine by us. Best way to take rallying to the people is to do just that, take the rally cars to the people. It's all or nothing for Callum Black this weekend, and it's all or nothing as well for the man behind, really, when it comes to championship points going into the second half of the season. Neil Roskell, Di Roberts alongside. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins needs some scores on the board as well. Callum, as you can see, with the number 1 on the door, having won here in Argyll last year, he'll be hoping he can repeat that. He certainly needs to. Neil Roskell was 2nd here last year. We'll be hoping to go one better, of course. We'll see if we can just wander down very quickly. Callum is getting into launch mode. Neil's coming down to start the stage. We won't grab the drivers so close to the start line here. A bit of respect for them in this moment where they're just getting into stage mode themselves before they switch the cars into stage mode. But here we are, if you're just tuning in. We're in Dunoon Town Centre. This is the Dunoon Presents Argyll Rally, round 5 of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. There goes the ND Civils Rally 2 Fiesta into the first stage of the evening. Down on his haunches, launching that car into the stage. The first 3 cars on the road. The first 3 of our championship protagonists here in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship this weekend. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins then, yet to win a championship round. He won the East Riding Stages, which this year was not a championship round, and he won the Hills Ford 3 Shires in 2023 when it wasn't a championship round, but it is a championship round this year. Oh, you're following me. He'd quite like to win the Argyll Rally, wouldn't he? In that Keltec. Skoda Fabia R5 is not shy of a good result. But will he have one this weekend? Number 3 on the door. Comes with a certain expectation, doesn't it? The Protyre Championship crews mixing ranks with the Scottish Rally Championship crews and the British Historic Rally Championship crews, and a few of the local championships as well this weekend. So you have got some real variety on the stages. Not least those 2 David Appleby engineering cars to look forward to later. The Dam 4100 redeveloped Tony Pond David Appleby 6R4 and the David Appleby engineering TR7 V8, of course, of Mark Higgins. We're looking forward to seeing those through these stages later, but the story here on the live coverage is all about the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. And the story as you can see, is already well underway. We will bring you plenty of action from this first couple of stages. Only 0.72 a mile, not a lot you can do with that, but as the old adage goes, you can lose a rally in a mile, but you're very unlikely to win it. 7 stages this evening on, at the moment, dry, quite rough, quite challenging Scottish roads, but the weather isn't meant to stay dry. From here, after the 2 stages through Dunoon, our crews go to Tarson Dam. That's only a 2.5 mile stage. Then we're on to Fearnock, another 2.5 mile stage there. Kilmodon, 5.2 miles, we're getting longer. Billock, Mame, 4.4 miles, and then 7.86 of Oystercatcher to end tonight's 23.95 mile leg. Local heroes, Ewan Thorburn, Paul Beaton, the spectators and the kids out in force waving at our crews as they come through to start the stage here. Bear with me while I wander down the map that I have for the start of the stage. Didn't necessarily give me the location the cars would be queuing up in, so we're not able to bring you any reaction from them before they start the stage, having done the ready and got ready for things here. So I'm going to wander further back up the road and then join the special stage crew at the stage end at the end of the second stage through. So although there isn't an awful lot of mileage to be had here in the town centre, you can see just how tight and Nadgery those little roads are. Great to see so many spectators out here in Dunoon this evening to welcome the rally cars. There's a real feel that this is a rally town these days. Only 3 years ago, this was a forest rally. Started as the Burma Rally, and we've got a number of crews on the entry who did it as the Burma Rally back in the day. The big names, the legendary names of our sport appear on the Roll of Honour for the Burma Rally. So rallying in this neck of the woods here on the Scottish Peninsula is quite firmly embedded. But on these closed public roads around Dunoon, not so much. But it's gaining traction pretty quickly, no pun intended. Hugh Brunton, Drew Sturrock took a top 10 at the East Riding stages to start the year, and then the first round of our championship, the Northwest stages. But they had 2 DNFs at the Jim Clark and the Jim Clark Reivers Rally. In that rally to Evo, Fabia, that bright green car you see on the stage, so they will be looking to get some points on the board here as well. Fighting for the Scottish Tarmac Rally Championship as well as the Scottish Rally Championship and the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. Plenty of stickers adorning that car and plenty of pressure perhaps that he and Drew Sturrock are putting on themselves. Rain just threatening some spots of rain now. You see Rory Young and Alan Cathers through the town. They were disqualified from the Jim Clark and then they retired from the Reivers. That was a weekend to forget on local roads. These roads not quite so local, but let's hope for them that they're not wishing to forget this weekend as well. 2 days of rallying lie ahead of us. Overall competitive mileage here on the Dunoon Presents Argyll Rally, 70.2 miles over 18 stages. 7 of those tonight and another 11 tomorrow, and we get back underway. On the first few stages, starting from just after 9 o'clock. We're going to be live with you in stage 11, which is Bielek Maim. That's the current plan of action. So we'll be with you just after 10 o'clock in the morning here on special stage for action from the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. As we watch some of the cars through this first stage, you can see more than I can as you're watching the action. I'm waiting down here for our crews to come round. So Callum Black and Jack Morton will be starting their road section to the next stage when we catch up with them here. Just geographically, if it matters, just a few hundred yards from where the start is as you watch the cars into the stage. Here come last year's rally winners then. 6th place in the championship, a maximum score. What Callum needs here this weekend. Callum, not much you can do in a stage like that, but it looked good.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Just nice to see so many people out. A lot of people came out last year, but they hammered it down. So hopefully the rain stays away and everyone can enjoy it.
Very briefly, tell me the plan. You've got to go for maximum, haven't you?
Yeah, that's the plan, maximum. Got to pick our way through tonight. We'll see if the rain holds off or not. We've gone on a wet, so hopefully a little bit of rain will be nice, but we'll see. We'll see.
A little bit of rain will be nice. Not often you hear a rally driver saying that. They are our reigning Motorsport UK Protyre Asphalt Rally champions, of course. Callum Black, Jack Morton. And they would very much like to make it 2 on the trot. But this man pulling into the finish and coming down to start the road section to the next stage is the man who will be doing everything he can to stop them doing that. Neil Roskell, Di Roberts alongside. Here we go then, Neil. Not to make it too dramatic, but the fight for the title starts now, right?
Oh, aye, this fight starts now. Let's take it there.
You're looking forward to this, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm having this. We're going to give it a best.
I like it. Fighting talk from Neil Roskell. Di Roberts alongside. He was our runner-up in the championship last season. And you heard him. I'm having this, he says. And you know what? I believe him. I spoke to him earlier in service at the beginning. And he looked like he was having it as well. You can just see William Hill, whose birthday it is today, actually. And Darren Atkinson there in that fast escort, going through to the time control. They'll then switch back to the start where you saw them a few minutes ago, launching into this first stage of the night. All very compact down here in Dunoon Town Centre, which makes it exciting, as Callum said. It's nice to see rally drivers appreciating the fans who come out to watch. It is a nice atmosphere, and being so compact and so busy, and the weather so far, touch wood, has been okay. Starting to spit now. Does make for a nice night for the spectators. Mark, how was that?
Yeah, all right, nice and steady really. A little bit of understeer on a couple of corners, but all in all, nice and tidy.
You and Will need some miles in the car this weekend, don't you, as well as some points?
Yeah, miles, experience, and we've got to bank a good result this weekend.
Number 3 on the door, you'll be going for a bit more than that, I have no doubt. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins alongside. As I said earlier, yet to win a championship round here in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. Ian Forgan and Chris Lee's just trundling past us in their new Rally 2 Fiesta. Lights on the valve caps, making for an extra little bit of sparkle and spectacle. Spot lamps bolted on because as the crews leave here, although today was the summer solstice, wasn't it? The longest day of the year. It's already coming in quite dark and dull and misty as the weather threatens to close in on us this evening here on the Scottish Peninsula. It's great to be here. My first visit to these stages, and although I mentioned earlier they are formidable stages, we'll have a word with all of the crews, not just the Asphalt Championship crews. I was always going to do that, wasn't I? John, we haven't seen you out for some time. It's good to see you back out fighting.
Yes, it's nice to be back. Really excited, really happy to be here.
What's the plan tonight for you and Kirsty?
It was to try and go quite well. The intercom's not worked in there, and a bit of flat. My door was open for the second run, so we actually went slower the second time, but we're through it clean, so we'll see if we can try and fix this.
There we go. Not the easiest of starts there for John, back in the car. Only did 3 events last year. Kirsty Riddick was on the phone, presumably to the service crew, explaining that they had some comms issues inside the car and that the door wasn't quite shutting, and I noticed when I shut the door there, it wasn't shutting properly. So, John McCrone, Kirsty Riddick, great to see them back out. First rally of the season, they only did 3 last year. They won a rally on a single venue. There he is, Mark Higgins. Carl Williamson alongside in the David Appleby Engineering TR7 V8, modelled precisely on the original Sparkrite Roger Clark works car, which is sat there in the workshop at David Appleby Engineering. And you heard that thumping great British V8 soundtrack as it went past us, just getting some heat into the tyres. You heard Mark Kelly say he was understeering a little bit. Here we go then. Local hero, Ewan Thorburn. Ewan, there was a lot of excitement up there for you guys coming through. Local heroes on closed roads, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, it's good. It's obviously just a little stage. We're going to the real stages now, which are really, really tricky. So, yeah, a lot to play for tonight.
You ready for this?
I hope so.
He doesn't look quite ready, does he? He hopes so. A late entry, Ewan Thorburn, former BTRDA rally champion, of course. That's why he's got number 142 on the door. Tell you what, it was a lucky guess from me, a bit of an educated guess to stick him on my notes at car number 5. So that's exactly where he sits. Seb Perez, Gary McElhaney, Trundle passes as Hugh Brunson comes into the finish here. Tell you what, with all of these championships to fight for this weekend, you wonder where to look first, but how was that?
It's good fun. I like it around there. It's good, yeah. Good stage. So
Nice to see the fans out, isn't it, in the town centre?
yeah, it's really busy actually. Yeah, just hope the rain stays off for everybody by the time everybody gets through, because it's good in the dry.
Car's fixed, looks good.
Car's fixed, yeah, everything's fine. So fingers crossed.
Car's had a big one on the Jim Clark Reavers. Overcooked it coming into, I think it was a 90 right, and stuffed the car into some hay bales, which were far harder than they looked like they would be, and did quite a lot of damage to it. So brand new bodywork and livery work on that Skoda. But it does look good, doesn't it? I've said this before recently, but we've got some fantastic liveries at the moment on rally cars here in British Rallying. And I also said at the beginning of the year, this would be the year of the rally car, and it is, isn't it? Rory Young, Alan Cathers there, mentioned earlier, they had a weekend to forget at the Jim Clark. Time to put those demons behind them and on local roads enjoy hopefully a clean run and a fast one at that. A weekend to forget last time out, but here we go. Hit the reset button and go.
Yeah, let's try again. Yeah. One to forget, but the Argyll's a totally different event, so we're looking forward to it.
A place steeped in history, even if these roads don't necessarily have the history.
Yeah, it means a lot to me. It's a part of the world I spend a lot of time in, so it's nice to come here and compete.
I like that. Local rally drivers appreciating the fact that they can come out here and go rallying in front of their home crowds. Rory Young, Alan Cathers. Nice pair of guys. Love their rallying. Alan looks like he's had a do in there. These short stages can be hard work, you know. It sounds easy, doesn't it? 0.72 of a mile. It's anything but. Hugh Hunter, Rob Bagden. The water hose failed on the Jim Clark. The Manx result was strong. It was 3rd overall. Legend Fires Northwest Stages was damage limitation. They come here 7th in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. He and Rob Fagg have made it through the 2 short first stages of the rally in the Fiesta Rally 2. Right, we need the pace and the reliability to come together this weekend, don't we?
We'll see. We'll see. That was all a bit hairy in there last minute, just with the timings, but no, it was fine. The second run through, gearbox was really sticky, so I'm hoping that's nothing serious.
Hugh's going to give that car a run down to the next stage, and he's going to hope to get that car sorted. Michael, you happy enough?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice to be out in front of the crowd. Right?
Yeah, really good, really good. Probably the wrong tyre choice for that little stage, but I think it might pay off in the long run if this rain comes.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Well, Michael Binney is expecting that we might see some rain. Claire Mole alongside him, legendary rally co-driver. Goodness me, has she done some mileage, and with some big names as well. She's steered quite a few cars from that co-driver's seat. Michael and Claire with a longer term tyre choice, shall we say, tyre strategy. Just thinking perhaps that rain might come. It is threatening. We've got spots of rain here. It's not probably enough to keep the midges away, the famous midges, which Luckily so far don't seem to have followed us up from Kielder. There's always time though, isn't there? Mark McCulloch, Michael Hendry here, 2021 Scottish Clubman two-wheel drive champion. This side is the wheels this side. Mark, these are good roads you're about to head onto, but that was quite a spectacle, wasn't it, in front of the crowd?
Oh, for sure. It's great to do that tonight in front of everybody. It's an amazing crowd, and like you say, don't know what we're going into now. It could be anything with this weather, but it'll be fun.
Are you ready for the weather?
Are we ever? I know, I'm looking forward to it.
Big smile on Mark's face. He's ready for the stages, not necessarily ready for the weather, but as he says, are we ever? In rallying, we love talking about the weather, don't we? It gives us something to talk about. Weather and tyres. They were going to be more of a talking point today than they have been so far, but as I say, the rain does feel like it is coming down. If you're just tuning in, by the way, whether you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, on specialstage.tv, or indeed on Motorsport UK TV, the channel that brings you a whole range of motorsport, race, rally, off-road racing across the UK. A fantastic channel and concept from our governing body. Wherever you're watching this evening, hello to you. This is Special Stage. I'm Paul Woodford, and this is the Dunoon Presents Argyll Rally. It is round 5 of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. Apologies, I'm not getting to your comments on the stream this evening. The format this evening is stage end after we saw the first few cars into these two opening 0.72 mile stages through Dunoon Town Centre. Tomorrow we'll have a bit more time to chat. You and me will be in the stage, and we'll have some fun. And of course, this weekend we'll be giving away one of our Rallying is Life Rally TV t-shirts as well. Who'd have guessed that a t-shirt would cause such a stir? I go to events and I have people saying, is there any chance I can get one of those t-shirts? I'm probably not going to win one. But do you know what? All you got to do is get involved in the stream, comment in some way, get involved, and you might win one. John Wink, Keir Beaton, yet to make it into the top 5 on an event. We'll get a quick bit of reaction. John, you're getting quicker, yet to make it into the top 5. Could it be this weekend?
Well, I don't know. It's not my surface, but we'll try our best. Yeah.
It's getting to be your surface. You're getting quicker.
Yeah, we're getting quicker. That was good fun.
Yeah. It's in front of the crowd, isn't it?
It's brilliant in front of the crowd. It gives them something, and it hypes us on a bit.
It's going to bring home what we're doing here.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's just fantastic seeing everybody out cheering you on. So it gives you that extra 5%. So it's good.
Keir seems to agree. He's smiling in the co-driver's seat as well. William Hill, Richard Crozier, 10th overall in the standings, first in B14 coming here. Firstly, happy birthday, sir. What a way to celebrate your birthday.
No better way, eh? No better place to be.
Have they given you the right tyres for your birthday?
We're about to find out in these proper stages now. I'm glad to see the rain's coming. We've got on the wet, so hope it all comes down and we'll be in our element then.
I love these long-term tyre forecasts. Right, have fun, guys. Richard Crozier alongside, nodding, and he's ready to go. He's always eager to go. He's pointing at the trip. He wants to be off to the next stage. They've done 1.4 miles through here. They're going after Tarson Dam now, 2.5 mile stage. Still not enough to really get your teeth into things. Another 2.5 miles through Fearnock after that. Then Kilmoden starts to add the mileage on, 5.2 miles at stage 5. You can watch these results at rallies.info unfold throughout the night. We'll be live just through these first 2 stages. After that, Bielek Maim and Oystercatcher, 4.41 mile, 7.86 mile respectively. And that is one to really get their teeth into this evening to finish things off. The ever-smiling, ever-fast, ever-sideways Darren Atkinson and Phil Sandham. How's it going?
Well, yeah.
Another almost birthday boy alongside you as well. A bit older than William Hill, but we won't go there. How was that?
It was good, yeah. We've got Phil sat next to us. His birthday on Sunday, as you know. Yeah. So we'll be getting you some at Phil.
There's a lot of experience there, as his birthday tells us. Good luck, guys. We'll see you out there in the stages. First 2 stages done. Ian breaking in the new car.
Yeah, he could, well, hopefully not breaking it yet.
You're breaking in. I don't want to jinx anybody this time.
No.
How did it go?
Yeah, it was fine. It's so rapid and everything happens so fast. You get to the other end and you think, what just happened there? You know?
Is it a lot different to the R5?
Well, this car. No, it's the same, just a little bit better, I think. It's too early for me to tell. You know, I could maybe answer that question tomorrow. I was very comfortable in the R5. I was getting more comfortable with it, so you know, I'm back at the bottom of a learning curve again. But we'll see how it goes.
I'll ask you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
Ian Forgan, Chris Lees, He was in a Ford KA in Class 6 last year. We won his class. Did the Ford KA Challenge in the late 90s before graduating to a Puma kit car. Remember those days? Those 90s days of challenge cars and Formula 2 kit cars, Super 1600s. There he is in a Rally 2 Fiesta, Alan Morgan's Ian Taylor. Rumble past us. Greg McKnight, Harry Marchbank here. Not registered for Protyre points, but certainly will be mixing it up on the overall results, I have no doubt. I'll let him take his helmet off before we grab a quick word. How was that, Greg?
Yeah, good. Good opener, yep. Feels good. Looking forward to getting to the real stages now.
The rain is on its way, he's smiling about that. A lot of quick escorts here on the Argyll Rally. Most of them registered for Protyre, Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship points, but not that one. Darren Atkinson was talking to me earlier and he said, oh, we've got a lot to watch, but the trick is to watch the crews that you're fighting for points with. And not worry too much about the ones that you're not, hence Greg's not registered for points. Should be having that rumbly, glorious David Appleby Engineering TR7 V8 in here very shortly. Do check the photo I put on Facebook that James Appleby took of Dad David in between his two rally Chargers. It's a fantastic story. Mark, that looked incredibly fun.
It is. It's good to see you, actually. It's the first time we've seen you on a rally for a while where we haven't had a problem before we've seen you. So hopefully that's a good omen.
You've only done a mile and a half.
I know, exactly. Yeah, no, it was. It's actually really greasy second time through, but we've got the wets on, so hoping it rains for the rest. But really tough rally. This is going to be very interesting.
And there's a man who knows when to stick a set of wet tyres on a rally car on asphalt. Mark Higgins, multiple British rally champion, absolute legend of our sport. Likewise, Carl Williamson alongside him, both works drivers and co-drivers. Seb, how was that?
It was all right. It's just a case of staying off the curbs and getting through it, to be honest.
The fans, though, make rallying. You do a lot of rallying on these types of stages. The fans are excellent.
It's great, and you know what? It's fantastic to be in a town and going through the centre. It's fantastic. So, yeah, really good for rallying. Yeah, good start to hopefully a great event.
Right tyres on for tonight?
I think so. I wasn't sure in the surface part, but now looking at this, yeah, I'm quite happy with my choice of wet.
Good run, guys. Seb Perez quite happy with his choice of tyres this evening, and here's a man who is one of those drivers everyone keeps saying Sam Touzell's going to be one to watch. He's coming. Are you here yet?
Definitely not today. We just had a bit of an iffy on the first one. We got a little bit lost straight away, and then just had somebody run across in front of me.
Not what you want, but reset ahead of the next stages.
And then we'll go and try. But yeah, the rain's here. The wets might work.
Yeah, well, you've got the right tyres on, I noticed, so I knew you'd be smiling when we got to that bit.
Yeah. Thanks everybody at home. Thanks for everybody watching.
There we go. Sam Touzell's going to get back in the game now. Bit of a moment through that stage, not something you want to see or hear, but all's well that ends well, and we just need everybody, if you are watching on this rally, just to please observe the safety regulations. They're very clear, they're written everywhere, and the marshals are there to remind you of them. And indeed, if you're out on any rally, not just this one, please do observe that code of conduct as a rally spectator. You're as important to this sport as we are and as the drivers and co-drivers are. Sam Touzell, Aaron Nicol then was 74th on the East Riding stages, 26th overall this is on the Northwest stages. And you know what? On the Manx with Matt Edwards, three-time British rally champion alongside, who, by the way, he's doing pretty well in Donegal this weekend. He was 10th overall. It's going the right way, isn't it? He won a single venue in Jersey in the run-up to this event, and he was pretty fired up. Just needs to hit reset after these short two stages. Easier said than done, but once they get onto that road section and get ready for the next stage, Aaron will be talking them through what's coming up, and they'll be ready to go at the end of the road section. I have no doubt. The rain coming down. Heavier now. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can. I can't see what you're watching right now in the town centre, but it will get awfully slippery for those crews not on wets. Most of the cars I've seen trundle past, I've been trying to look, have been on wets. Ben Crump looks like he's got a slight issue. Oh no, sorry, he hasn't got an issue. Stopping to have a word with somebody there on the way to the start of the stage. The Red Bull Mini in the background has got an issue though. Its alarm keeps going off. That's going to get annoying, isn't it? Red Bull actually out in force. I was talking to the Red Bull guys earlier, and there's minis here. There's a big arch, as you saw at the start, and there's all manner of Red Bull merchandising, shall we say, around the stage, and lots of their team out. And they're here to support the event. They're not here sponsoring any of the championships, but Red Bull just looking to get into some of these closed road events where they can get in front of spectators and just add something to the show, which, do you know what? I'm all about that. So great to see them out and putting some support the way of these closed road rallies. We've got quite a few of them now, a number of them in this championship, and I said in the build-up to the event on a video I did on Facebook that there's no better way of bringing rallying to the fans than sticking the rally cars on closed public roads in a town centre and bringing the cars to the people. It is a fantastic way of showcasing our sport, and congratulations to Sam Spencer and his organising team here at the Dunoon Presents Argyll Rally, because wow, have they done a job and a half of preparing this town centre. I took a walk through earlier when they were preparing and all the shops were shutting up, and had a quick chat to a lady who was shutting her shop up, and you might think she'd be a bit grumpy about that. She was so chuffed that the rally cars were coming to town. She was heading off to watch some of the cars further on into the town, and then she was coming back to open the shop to make the most of the footfall later on. That's how to do it, isn't it? Heck of a trip up here. We had to do it in two. We had to do it in two chunks yesterday to get up here. Fair old trek, but I'll tell you what, so far it's a lovely area to be. It's a beautiful place, and the people are so friendly. It's great to be here. You can see the police are just wandering up and down the streets. Just we had that issue in front of Sam Toozle, just reminding the spectators that they've got a presence there, and it is an offence to cross a live rally stage. And the police, again, fair play. There's a lot of support there with quite a few officers out along this town centre stage. So we'll be back underway with action very shortly after the organisers and the police have just reminded everybody of what we're doing here and what's at stake. It's not just championship points up for grabs here. There's a lot more than that up at stake, isn't there? We hope you're looking forward to joining us for this live coverage over the weekend. As I say, we will be live with you tomorrow as well, starting from just after 10 o'clock for the 11th stage of the rally, the fourth of the day. But you can also catch a highlights programme featuring this Rally Barbados, the Donegal Rally in the Irish Tarmac Championship, and a number of other events crammed into our highlight show on the first Friday of every month. You can watch that on various Sky channels, but most importantly, you can watch them all at specialstage.tv. If you go there now, you can catch up, obviously not now when we're live, but later on if you haven't had your fix of live of rallying after these first two stages, you can do that. Well, we've got a little bit of break in the action. I will just try and find the... I didn't have much signal, or I did, but it was quite busy in the town, as you can imagine. You just tuned in. The hold-up is just the organisers just doing a bit of stage management, making sure that the spectators all follow the rules. These opening two stages, then, always an interesting way to get us underway. I'll tell you what, after that off on the Jim Clark Reavers rally, Hugh Brunton and Drew Stewart have started exactly the right way here for these first two stages. An identical time to Ewan Thorburn and Paul Beaton on the first stage. They're in second at the moment. Mark Kelly just a second behind. Quite a few of the cars on the same time through the first stage. Mark Kelly, Rory Young, Hugh Hunter Mark McCulloch, Darren Atkinson, all on a 47 second to the first stage. And most of those guys all on just a 52 as well through the second. Of course, the rain had just started to fall by then. Hugh Brunton, Drew Sturrock then lead the way. Ewan Thorburn, Paul Beaton after the first 2 stages, second place. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins, third and second of our championship crews. Rory Young, Alan Cathers not registered for championship points, but they're in 4th place at the moment. Callum Black, Jack Morton showing all the way down the bottom of the leaderboard after the first 2. It says there's the penalty for an early arrival at the time control, which we'll wait before we put too much weight on that, because early on these penalties can often come off / be an error, so let's wait and see on that one. But Callum Black, Jack Morton not featuring in these results at the moment. Hugh Brunton leads the way, Ewan Thorburn second, Mark Kelly as the crews make their way to the 3rd stage in 3rd place, Rory Young 4th, Hugh Hunter, the 3rd of our championship crews, in 5th place overall, Mark McCulloch, Michael Hendry 6th, Darren Atkinson, Phil Sanderman a fantastic 7th overall after that, just ahead of Neil Roskell and Dyer Roberts. Ian Forgan, Chris Lee's behind them, John McCrone, Kirsty Riddick, despite those problems, having quite a clean run through there. Rallies.info is where you can get your leaderboard updates. We'll bring you updates as we get them. As we can. It's starting to rain pretty heavily here now in the noon. As you will know from watching, if you've watched previously, that becomes very difficult when it comes to juggling results, entry lists, production notes, and everything else we have to juggle, but there we go. Delaying the stage. Now we're back underway. We'll be gone very shortly and we'll be back to running at effectively 30-second intervals once the competitors come around to do their second run through the stage. Willie Patterson, Tom Hind. Passed this a little earlier. We're just waiting for should be Roger Henderson or James Laby up next. Roger Henderson having good in the Asphalt G3. There's a car to be slinging around a town centre stage. Doesn't often spend much of his time in a straight line. Were you plenty entertaining in there, Lee?
Well, it was all right the first run. Second run we just drove it. It's getting wetter and wetter, and on the slick on the back. So
slick on the back.
Cut slick, but yeah. So
did you plan that? Did you think the rain was coming?
Could see the rain coming, but it wasn't there when we left. So tough at it.
Lee has a night ahead of him, doesn't he, then? A slick tyre on the back of that powerful rear-wheel drive Escort G3 is not what you want. James Laby, Sean Cunniff then in their Fiesta Rally 2. We'll be dropping into your timesheets at rallies.info, and let's have a quick chat, see how that went. How did that go?
Good. Well, obviously we just had a bit of a downpour and a bit of a delay, so we kind of did the second run in the wet, but I'm just really, really attentive because it is really, really slippy in there when this kind of damp weather's down, so yeah.
You got the right tyres on, mate?
Yes, we didn't know what call to make and just got on the wets and see how it is, so I think it's the right call.
Someone's nodding emphatically. He's nodding emphatically. They are on the right tyres. You can see those Pirelli wets bolted on. Brand new and shiny. Here's John Rintoul, Ross Hind in the C3 Rally 2. He won a class in the Mini John Cooper Works WRC car last year in the Scottish Championship. This is a bit different.
A bit different. It's just I like to change. I never like to drive the same car twice. And that was slippy in there. We went for slick tyres rather than wets. I don't know how everybody else going, but that was quite slippy.
So you're not on wets for these stages coming up?
No, we're going out. It's a wee bit brave. We saw some of the good drivers going out on them, so I thought, well, we'll try them as well. It's just not enough rain. Don't feel there's enough rain to use the wet tyres. So that's what we're sticking to.
I hope you're right, John. He doesn't think there's enough rain to get those wet tyres working. Well, I'll tell you what, there's more than enough rain to make those slicks, those cut slicks on the back of that C3 a little bit tricky in those lanes tonight. 2.5 miles, the next stage. That's more than enough time to find out whether or not that was a good move or not. Co-driver Ross keeping very quiet about that strategy call. Saw some of the good drivers going on. I'm not sure who that was. So he's terming a good driver, because a lot of the drivers we've had through are on slicks, and we were all pretty pleased with themselves for doing so, weren't they? If I could get an update from our studio van when we find out what's happening with that penalty for Callum Black and Jack Morton, that'd be useful. And we'll give you a rundown of the leaderboards in a short while as you watch the action through these first 2 stages here in the town centre in Dunoon, in front of the crowds, in front of the fans who do love the rallying around here. This is a historic part of the country to go rallying in, although it's only the last 3 years it had been a closed road rally. Before that we were in the forests up here. And if you're into your rally history, the Burma Rally is a rally that, wow, if you look back on cars and car conversions and Rally Sport magazine issues, you will see the Burma Rally features quite heavily in the roll call of legendary British rallies. It had a lot of big names, and there's quite a few drivers here this weekend who did the Burma Rally. So it was a Peugeot 208, wasn't it, for John Rintoul last season, not the Mini WRC. No, ignore me, I was right the first time. Just flicking back through my notes here to find out who it was that did the Burma Rally. See them then very soon. Pete Stewart, Kerry McGillivray in the similar C3 Rally 2 should be slotted in into the running for a couple of fast escorts in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship up next. And they were the ones who did last season in a Peugeot 208. So lots of change here at the Argyll Rally, lots of, as we're not up here rallying in Scotland that often, we tend to see a lot of change when we come up here and find people in cars we don't expect to see them in. Sound of cars launching off the start line on a stage through a town centre, echoing off the shops and bars and the buildings as they head through normally bustling high streets. It's just a phenomenal spectacle. If you've never seen it, do try and get yourself to a closed road rally and watch for yourself. Hugh James, Lewis Sim then had a bit of a moment before the rally even began. They got summoned to Rally HQ. I hear you got a telling off for speeding earlier. That bodes well, doesn't it, for a rally driver?
Grass tracking it was.
Was it?
Aye. Yeah, bit damp in there. A bit of a delay, but yeah, it's a good stage. Yeah, good.
Happy with the tyre choice? You will be.
Yeah, we're on wet, so yeah, playing the long game tonight.
Not much grass tracking this evening.
Yes, that's the plan.
Hugh James, Lewis Sim alongside. Looking forward to these stages now. He's on the right tyre. John Rintoul, I don't know whose car he was looking at, but there aren't many people here on slicks. Just having a quick look down here. No, we've got wets on here as well. Roger, you happy?
Very happy, yeah. It's good fun through there. Slippery, very slippery.
Yeah, but you look quite satisfied with your tyre choice.
Yeah, spot on, yeah. Bit of a delay at the start. No, it's very slippery in there. The tyres are right. It's good fun.
And just for anyone watching at home, what's it like rallying in front of crowds in a town centre like that?
Oh, it's great. It's great, yeah. Racing through a town centre legally, entertaining people. What could be better?
It brings it home what we do, doesn't it?
Yes, it does indeed.
Go well, guys.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic looking car, that. Tommy Henderson alongside. Their first rally was in 1994. Roger's first rally was 1994. Tour of Cornwall in a Mini Clubman GT. We've got the historic rally car register Mini Cup to look forward to this weekend here in Argyll. Looking forward to seeing those minis through these stages. I see many classic minis there. There's Dave Ross in the David Appleby Engineering Dam 4100. Originally would have had round bodywork, unlike the original board. It's been latterly put back to look like an original one. Now, I'm looking down to check he's got the right tyres on, see if he's as happy as he was earlier.
The tyres are fine now, just the driver is no.
There's the co-driver now.
There's the co-driver.
He's in recovery mode earlier, wasn't he?
No, he's fine.
Are you ready for these next few?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it now, yep, just out of the way, so we'll get going.
Spotlight's on, it's going to be fun out there.
Yeah, it'll be good fun.
I can see he's fired up, he's ready for this. Gordon Morrison, Ian Parker alongside. And here is a man who, no brave tyre choice here. You're quite happy you've gone on those wets, aren't you now?
That's the only tyre choice, I think, yeah.
You say that, there's quite a few that have opted not.
I've seen Roscoe went out on full slicks, fair play. Yeah.
Right when he came through, so I wasn't looking at people's tyres. How was that for you in there?
That's right, the clutch pedal's sticking to the floor, so I'm having to, just play about with it. And, so it's a bit.
Seven stages to get through this evening, most of them quite short, so just getting through and big push tomorrow?
Ooh, I'll just do my own thing, if I'm honest, just get through it and go from there.
He's got his sensible head on at the minute, Alan Morgans. Ian Taylor alongside. It's easy to forget that some of these guys have not been rallying that long. Alan's only been rallying for 3 seasons before this. Mostly single venue rallies until last year when he did Rally Ceredigion, and the rest, as they say, is history. Whoa. Joe McCand, Charlotte McDowell not stopping to talk to us, but they're on their 4th visit to the Argyll Rally. Thought we'd had a class top 10 here in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. If he stops at the stage end for us, we might get a chance to find out how he's feeling ahead of this one as they head towards the closed road stages, having gone through the short, sharp blast, the 0.72 of a mile thump around the town centre streets here in Dunoon. In fact, Sam, who's behind the camera, we're not going to have a chance to speak to him tomorrow. That's the last chance, because we're going to be in stage tomorrow. This is our only stage end of the weekend here on the live coverage of the 5th round of this Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship, where the title fight comes alive because, well, you've got a chance for a number of our championship protagonists to get some useful points on the board. Some of the runners and riders not here. A bit different to what we saw you in last season, this, isn't it?
Yeah, just a wee bit, yeah. So no, I just wanted to get through there. I didn't want to make it. I don't care, even if I'm slowest going through there, I'll still be happy. So just want to get finish tonight.
So these next few stages, challenging, short, so it's not really much to get your teeth into.
No, it should be good. This car's made for it, so just the drivers maybe not yet, but we'll see.
We'll see by the end of the night. The car's made for it. Kerry McIlliveray alongside in that C3 Rally 2 with Peter Stewart. That's okay, it's a zebra crossing, we'll allow that one, won't we? This is your 4th visit here, you should know what you're doing by now.
Hopefully.
So tell us what have we got to look forward to this evening on these stages next?
Really good stages.
Yeah.
One of the best, I would say.
Yeah. How was that in front of the fans?
A bit nerve-wracking, really slippy in there, really slippy.
You got the right tyres on?
So,
yeah.
Things will hopefully hold up, that's the thing.
to go yet, isn't it?
Long way to go indeed. Michael Harbour, quietly confident, I think we could describe his vibe in there, can't we? Cameron Dunn alongside, just getting things sorted, putting helmets in the back before they head out into the road section. They've had a class podium every time they've visited here. It's gone third, second, first, and they will be looking forward to, as long as everything goes well, getting a Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship top 10 in the class. And who knows, we've seen top 10 performances overall with these fast two-wheel drive crews in the championship, haven't we? So we continue with some reaction here at the stage end. We saw Ben stopping on the way to the stage here, but I don't think there was any issues. Ben, happy enough with that?
Ended off pretty clean, yeah. Slippy, but to be expected in there,
We
isn't
know
it?
what we're getting with that, don't we?
Yeah, for sure. Just see if we can get through tonight, I think.
What's the plan?
Steady away, I think. I've not been here before. Recce looks tough. So, it's got a high attrition rate here, innit? So,
even before the rally starts?
Yeah, so we'll just try and just keep it on the road, I think, tonight, and see how we're sitting for tomorrow.
There we go. A thinking approach tonight for Ben. Ian Beaumont alongside. Their 10th year of rallying this year. It's the first year we've had them here in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. What I was mentioning earlier, by the way, Simon Bowen, Craig Simkins are not here, having taken the lead of the championship coming to this round. That makes things interesting with Callum and Neil both needing maximum scores up front. Nathan Evans with his Protyre strip across the top of the windscreen. The right tyre choice, I think we'll go with.
Hopefully. We'll see. Some of them feel like they're going to dry quite quick, you know, by the sea. But hopefully on the right ones. We've got two dries in the boot as well, just in case. So
just in case, we've got some strategy in the boot. So how was that?
Yeah, good. Just one to warm up, isn't it? Just get your head in gear and then we'll go now.
I think anybody watching from home and us watching from stage side as well, that's a spectacle. The thought of being in there with those fans at the side of the road, driving through public closed roads on a high street, is quite exciting, isn't it?
I said this to one of the lads the other day, it's mad that they can shut the road and we can go up a high street flat out. It's mega.
And did you go flat out?
Not yet.
Not yet, but if you get... But we'll see how that strategy plays out with those dry tyres in the boot. Barry Groundwater, Ashley Will. It's not often we get to... Not often we get a Subaru World Rally car. I was going to have a chat to Barry, but I was going around the wrong side of the car there, and he carried on. We're losing the World Rally cars from the stages, aren't we? The R5s, the Rally 2s, the current World Rally Championship machinery really coming on stream now and replacing those expensive but spectacular dinosaurs. Saw Dane Skeet in his S12 over in Rally Barbados a couple of weeks ago. Wow, was it good to hear one of those again. Gordon Cunningham did Argyll in 2022 before it was a championship round. Retired though, he'll be looking for better luck this time around, not registered. Johnny, I was talking about a completely different driver walking over to your car. How was that?
Yeah, no, that was good actually. It's a wee short stage, but it fairly gets the heart racing. So no, happy with that. I think 2 clean runs. That's the main thing.
Great scenes in that sound centre.
Oh yeah, so many folk as well. It's awesome to do stages like that. Really nice. So
tyre choice on point.
I could do with a bit more rain, but we'll see. We'll see.
Hoping those wipers are turned up a bit now, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. We go well in the wet, so a lot of miles to go, but we'll see what happens. Looking
7 stages tonight, a lot of miles, as the man says, 23.95, almost 24 miles tonight. Sorry, that was Johnny McKay. Rachel Matheson alongside. They took a top 10 on the Reavers rally, didn't they? Last time out. They were second in the class. And started the season Speyside on a high as well. Gordon, it might just be a night for four-wheel drive.
Yeah, I think so. Done all right in the first stage here, but we've got a wee problem with the car cutting out the second stage there. We've had a wee issue with the mapping, but I don't know, we'll try and get to the bottom of it tonight.
Time to reset and get out to the stages and try and put it to the back of your mind.
We'll just steady away, like, no drama.
dramas. That is what everybody's hoping for tonight. It's a blooming clean, immaculate Evo 9 that of Gordon Cunningham with Stuart McManus alongside. As I was saying, he did the Argyll in 2022 before we came here with the championship, but he didn't do it last year when he was in fact registered for championship points. So we're missing out on a haul of those if he goes well tonight. Number of crews still inquiring about a record entries for the championship this year. We've had a number of inquiries leading up to this event as well, but the championship registrations are closed, which just, if anything, tells people they should really be getting their entries in at the beginning of the season. First season of rallying then since graduating from the juniors in 2018. The last time we saw him was in a junior car. This is a hell of a lot different to that.
Yeah, it's a big step up, and I've had sort of 5 years of not really doing anything, so I've been trying to keep my hand in as much as I can on the odd target rally, but it's not much compared to the other lads I was against.
I bet you have been raring to go for this, haven't you?
Yeah, the whole time I've been at university, I've been thinking how I'm going to get back in, and I managed to buy this car, and then I saw the Subaru Cup in the Scottish Championship, and it was a no-brainer.
Come on, and what did you do at uni?
Mechanical engineering.
Fantastic. And what did you graduate with? What are you doing now?
I'm working at our family business still.
Fantastic. And you're driving a rally car on the Argyll. Good luck. How was that?
That was pretty fun. There's very, very changeable grip on the tarmac. You know, some sections there's loads more grip than you think. Than other sections, you nearly end up in the chicane. So, yeah, I'm excited to get on the more challenging stages now.
There we go. He's had a bit of time in front of the fans after his junior days. He's graduated from uni, and that is his treat to himself. Rob Cotton doing the Argyll rally and delighted about it as well. Dan, we were chatting at the beginning of the rally notes about how good it was to see fans out at the start, the ceremonial start. How good is this?
It's mega, mate, honestly. See all them people in there and young kids waving and smiling. Oh, it's mint.
Mate, I've got chills, and I'm just stood by the side of the stage talking about it. What is it like inside here? For anyone watching at home, what is it like? Stand on the start line watching. Honestly, it's like 10 deep in places.
Scary, mate, to be fair. Yeah, it's a buzz like, but yeah, no, we just had a massive spin off at finish line there. It was mint. Put a right good show on for them boys there. But no, it was mint, honestly. Scotland, mate.
There we go.
We're in Scotland.
It were mint. I'll take that as tonight's quote. The Yorkshire Rose on the roof of Dan Mennell's car. And that stage were mint. You heard it from him. Richard Wise alongside. Oh, Sam, we could have got some wine gums. Richard always has wine gums, if you ask him nicely. They're here on the British Historic Rally Championship roster. The BHRC crews joining our Protyre crews here this weekend on the Argyll Rally, as well as the Scottish Rally Championship, the Scottish Tarmac Rally Championship, and a number of local championships as well here this weekend on the Dunoon Presents Argyll Rally. We are telling the story this weekend of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship, but as always on our live coverage, we will bring you at least a flavour of the rest of the action, if not every crew we can, through each of the stages that we're filming live. Sorry, you can take your helmet off, sir. John's desperately rushing to get his helmet off to speak to us. How was that?
Yeah, good. We had a huge lock-up into the square left at the bottom of the church, but we didn't lose too much time, so just a good thing for the fans to watch.
The car smells hot. I can smell those brakes, so he's been having fun in there. Running further up the entry to what we see on the entry list as well. Got a crew with an OK board out here, not looking particularly happy. Jordan Anderson, Barry Young down at car 86. Harry Stubbs was co-driving for him last year. 2021 Scottish class champion. He's had a quiet season so far, though. Nice scenes here as Daddy's come through to the finish and the kids have come out to watch. Kids are waving at Daddy. I don't quite understand why Josh Evans and Tony Edwards. We'll have a quick word with Josh, and then we might, if they're up for it, have a word with the family as well.
Yeah, well, we take it.
Rallying not only in front of the home crowds, but in front of the family as well.
I know, yeah, I know.
Did you have a slight issue there, or was just getting your helmets put away?
Let's get the helmets off. It's a bit warm in here, so
get them off, get cooled down, ready for the next stage, and go see what we can do. Hopefully get a good finish this year.
Happy with the tyres on it?
Yeah, to be fair, there's a lot more grip than I thought, so yeah, happy. Could have probably got a bit more, but you can lose a rally in the stage like that.
There we go, we've already said that tonight, haven't we? Let's have a quick word with the family. Are you with the half? What's your name?
Rianne.
Rianne. He's not just here in front of his own crowds, he's here in front of the family as well. That's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice.
What's it like watching Dad through the stage?
Nerve-wracking, but yeah, it's good.
Good when you see him come through to the finish. Yeah? Are you having fun? No, he's having about as much fun as as Daddy looked like he was having inside that car on those 2 short stages, but he'll be having a lot more fun now. He can get his teeth into the longer stages coming up. If you just tuned in, wasn't that nice? I know that we didn't get much of an interview, but toddlers don't give the best interviews on Rally TV. I have found that before. Toddlers and animals. Animals give okay interviews, Sam. We've done that, haven't we? But nice to see Josh's family there to support him, watching him in the stage. And I mentioned this earlier, such is the compact nature of the route here through the town centre. They can watch them through the stage and then wander down to the finish line and see them coming through and have a word with them through the stop line. And wish them well on their way to the next stage. Love that. My kids weren't old enough when I was rallying the first time around, but my wife came along to the rallies. It's always nice to know you're doing it in front of the family. And my parents were always there. It's always, for me, it was kind of the grounding part of it. You need that as a staple, so good to see families out supporting as well. And it's often a long way to go, a big commitment, not only the service team of the car to get here, but the family as well. So the crews head from these 2.72 mile stages through Dunoon town centre that you're watching on your screens right now to Tussen Dam. And the times are in for the next couple as well. 2.53 miles next. Veernock after that, 2.47 miles. Kilmodden has 5.2 miles for the crews to really start to, get a feel for the challenge by that point. Then Bielek Main, 4.4, and then a 7.86 mile stage to finish the evening. Spotlights ablaze for most of our crews. In fact, pretty much all. 10 to 10. That stage starts this evening. It's the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year, and it's going to feel like a pretty long night inside those rally cars for our crews tonight. 7.86 miles, closing out the almost 24-mile route to complete leg 1 of the Argyll rally. If you just tuned in, welcome to Dunoon on the Scottish Peninsula, a beautiful part of the world. Tonight, a damp part of the world, but not quite as wet as we were all expecting, given the weather forecast that we'd all seen. This is round 5 of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship, and the title fight is what we're looking for here. Simon Bowen, who leads the championship, is not here. Callum Black needs a maximum, and it's made a little bit easy with Simon not here. Of course, this weekend, a number of other crews not joining us up here in Scotland. Neil Roskell likewise needs a big finish and some big points towards his championship campaign. Both those guys battling it out last season. Callum and Jack coming out on top. Neil and well, it was Neil and Andrew Roughhead, but it'd be Neil and Dye this year looking to overhaul and not come runner-up once again. The overall leaderboard then, by this point, let's have a look. So Hugh Hunter, Rob Fagg currently lead the way overall here. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins behind them. Just a second between those two after 3 stages here. Neil Roskell, Dye Roberts. This is so close, just 4 seconds behind. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins, 5 seconds off the lead. Mark McCulloch, Michael Hendry not registered for championship points behind them. Then it's Michael Binney, Claire Mole, John McCrow and Kirsty Riddick were registered last year, not so this year. The first rally they've done this year. With a couple of crews not registered for the championship. Rory Young, John Wink in 7th and 8th, and then just inside the top 10, Hugh Brunton, Drew Sturrock after their crash on the non-championship round, the Reavers last time out, with that Skoda fixed and looking bright and sparkly. They're currently inside the top 10 in 9th overall. Behind them, Callum Black, Jack Morton. Still waiting to see what happens to that penalty that we saw for an early arrival at time control earlier. It's still showing, penalty's still showing on there for Callum and Jack, so we'll just keep our eye on that. Rallies.info is where I'm following the leaderboard. You can do the same. But it's Hugh Hunter and Rob Fagg leading the way overall in the rally and in our Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship crews, of course, from that leading position. They'll be happy with their start, but there's a long way to go. They're only 3 stages in. They've got 4 more to go this evening. The longer stage is now up next for them as we get cars back into the stage. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins hot on the heels of the Lewis and Hunter contracting pair. 1 second the fight for the lead, 5 seconds the fight for the top 3. Neil Roskell, Di Roberts will have their heads down. They've got a real job to do here as far as the championship is concerned. You heard Neil though, he said I'm having this. And do you know what, so far I'm going to give him it. He has had it. 3 stages in and he's in 3rd place. The championship fight well and truly underway here in Scotland, and the rain now starting to come down a little heavier again, which is great news for those on wet tyres. But as we heard, and we weren't looking at tyres necessarily for the first couple of crews through, were we, because it was still dry at that point, and tyres were hardly the talk of the night. But then the weather came, and the weather looked like being more what we were expecting from the forecast. And Neil Roskell is on slick tyres, prepared for dry weather. He will have a challenging night ahead of him if he stays on those. Jake, you happy?
I'm happy, very happy, yeah.
It's nothing like being in front of the crowds, right?
No, it's fun, it's technical, it's not long enough to get any heat in the front tyres though, but that's what it is.
We're on wets though, so that's okay.
Yeah, nearly turned to winters, man, glad we didn't. Yeah, see what tonight brings.
What's the plan?
Just go as fast as possible. Try not to come a cropper. That's
there we go. Let's go as fast as possible. That's all the plan ever is, and try not to come a cropper. Some real Yorkshire expressions coming out here. Jake Briggs. It's Harry Warshaw alongside. Won his class actually on the Reavers last time out. And Harry has just been announced as the latest member of the Motorsport UK Academy. A co-driver who is everywhere at the minute. Kev, what a fun stage.
It's class, eh? Slippy, but it's awesome. It's great.
A reminder of why we do this, perhaps.
Totally. It's great for the town. Love it. Love it.
So what's the plan this evening? You've got the right tyres on, which most of the people down this end of the leaderboard seem to, and you seem to have had quite a bit of Red Bull, so you'll be flying through the next one, right?
Well, we'll see. We've got Rory, Louis Manxie behind us, so we'll just try and keep him there, hopefully, but we'll see. It'll be good fun.
Kev Dunn, Sean Douglas had a great tussle with this pair on the Jim Clark. Rory and Paul McCann. It's not a battle for the championship positions, but you've got a fight in your hands with that Nova up ahead of you through there.
Yeah, I think we'll be doing well. If we're anywhere close to them, I think we'll be doing all right. We'll see. It's going to be a tough rally. We're through that now, so we'll see what it's like once we get into this.
You could see how slippery it was in there off the start line. You two sort of sat there with the front wheels spinning for what seemed like an age.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do really, but yeah, hopefully we'll see what the weather's like out in these next few and see where we end at the end of the night.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Big push?
Maybe. We'll see.
Could be a weekend for heroes in the championship leaderboard. And Rory McCann has given us some heroics so far this season in that little Honda Civic. He's a young rising star, that is for certain. He got a class win on the Northwest stages. He was 3rd in class on the Jim Clark. Tell you what, it's a shame Kev Dunn isn't registered for the championship this year. One for next year when you watch this back, Kev. We need you in this Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship, because on the Jim Clark, that was a battle to watch, I tell you. Anthony, your co-driver was looking mighty relaxed earlier, wandering around the service area. How are you both feeling now?
Yeah, not bad. A bit of a hiccup on the start line for the first one, but we rectified that. Apart from that, yeah.
Tyre choice was on point.
We'll get into it. Yeah.
Anthony Eaton, Ian Jackson. We'll get into it. And you know they will. Steve Magson's rear-wheel drive Astra historic car just trundles past us. It's a fantastic piece of kit, that, and it's great to see him out again on these roads. Tell you what, Anthony Eaton's rally car history reads like a Graham Robson glossary. But I'll give you more on that. I find myself running from one to the other. How did that go?
Keep your steps up. Good, aye. A wee bit slippy to begin with, but it's good. Good
to a few people, but nice to be out in front of the start fans, yeah?
Oh, it's nice to do it and through there, aye. When do you ever get to go up a town centre? You know what I mean? It's all good fun.
Wasn't much shopping to be had tonight, though.
No, we're going to stop for a kebab, but we've got any money. We've got a tenner on, you know.
You might need one in the next stage for some tyres. Have you got? Oh no, you've got wets. I thought you had slicks then.
No, full wets. Big boy pants, full wets.
Big boy pants apply to those that are on slicks tonight.
Oh no, that's just mental.
Drew Gallagher, David Crosby have got their big boy pants on. You heard it from them yourselves. Got a top 10 in class. First time he finished the Argyll Rally in 2022. He attempted it in 2021, but retired. It's a proto car. It costs about half the price of an R5 car, both to buy and in running costs. Interesting. Yeah. Dave, how was that?
Yeah, very good. I enjoyed it. It's nice to get first couple under your belt. Yeah.
You've got a big smile on your face. It's good driving through there with the fans, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a lot. Seems like it's taken a long time to get into this. Now we're doing it. What's not to like?
So on to the next few stages. What's the plan tonight?
Pick us way through these stages. Make sure we get through tonight. Have a good day tomorrow. Weather's looking better tomorrow, so happy days.
Jane, I know you're wondering. The midges are okay at the moment. Spider-Man's not coming out tonight. Jane Nickel alongside David White in that Fiesta. Last time out on the Jim Clark had that quite scary fire in the car with her other half, David Wright. David not with us this weekend. The car is being repaired, but I'm pleased to say not quite as damaged as it could have been. David, if you're watching this, we're looking forward to seeing you back out here in the championship. Craig, you happy with that?
Yeah, it was good fun in there. I enjoyed it. I wasn't too sure about it to begin with, but that's actually really good. So looking forward to this next group of stages.
What's the plan tonight?
I'll just keep going. I just go for it. No point messing about.
There we go. No time to waste inside that Mark II. That car came across on the ferry with us. Featured in a little video we did at the start of the event. It was great to see a rally car on the ferry. I was hoping I'd see a rally car on the ferry. What are you pointing at, Sam? What have I missed? I'm not sure we should talk about the last time we met, but the car looks well.
The car looks a bit better than the last time we met.
Yeah. How was that?
It's slippy, but great. Yeah.
It's a spectacle both inside the car and outside, isn't it? It's a real spectacle.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's great to do it around the town. The first time you're getting up through the town, you're pulling fifth gear and you're thinking, oh, dear God.
Right, enjoy the rest of the stages. Stuart and Mark Irvine, I do wish they were in their Hyundai Accent World Rally car. As much as it's great to see these Hyundai R5s and Rally 2s. That's the R5 i20, by the way. They do have a Hyundai Accent World Rally car, and it's a car I would love to see back out on these stages. Here we go then. There is this damn 4100. It's got a Ford Focus World Rally car back end on it. And it was engineered by David Appleby and Tony Pond from the original 6R4s. David, I've had a lot to say about this car on the lead up to this event. How was that in front of the fans?
Absolutely brilliant. It's great to be back out, to be honest. Absolutely magic.
And great to have the TR7 here with it as well to reunite these two cars.
Unbelievable, you couldn't make that up. And to meet Mr. Appleby himself, you know, aye, brilliant.
I'm delighted that you're as nerdy about that as I am. Enjoy the next few. That is one very hot Group B derived supercar, because that's what it is. It's Nissan powered these days, but he swaps between a Mitsubishi Evo 5 and that damn Metro 6R4. 1995, David Appleby finished the damn project, having worked on it with Tony Pond, having been a lead engineer back in the day for Austin Rover with the MG Metro 6R4 in the mid-80s on the Group B program. And the plan was to build a car that would be lighter, more nimble and more stable than the original 6R4s. And I'll tell you what, in the mid-90s, 900 kilograms that car weighed when it came out, lighter than anything else you could buy in the mid-90s. The 555 Impreza weighed 1,250, 1,300 kilos maybe, to give you an idea. How was that?
Yeah, it was good. It was probably better the first time through. It was a wee bit scrappy the second time, but it was fine. We're here, we're ready to go for the big.
What are your thoughts on these next few stages tonight? Because there's a fair old long way to go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to them. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them. Nice and fast, some of them. So
Spot lamps on, you've got the right tyres bolted on.
Yeah, all good to go.
The weather just needs to play its thing for you now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be shower after shower, so I think we're fine for tyres.
He's hoping so. Orion McDonald, Claire Fraser. Although I don't think that was Claire. I did see Claire earlier, I think, in the service yard. I don't think that was Claire alongside, although I didn't look specifically. Thanks for stopping. I don't want to get run over tonight. How was that?
Very good. It's not as slippery as I thought it was going to be, so the second one was a bit quicker. Yeah, it's very good.
That bodes well for the rest of the stages, doesn't it, if it's not as slippery as you thought it was?
Well, under the trees and things are quite narrow, so we'll see what happens. Yeah.
I can see, just from that response, that Gordon Murray does not want to speak too soon. Peter Carstairs alongside. Been rallying for almost 20 years, half of those in that Mark II. First half was in a Subaru, and previously has gone really well here. Does enjoy these roads on the Argyll rally, but was being cautious, shall we say, wasn't he? As Kyle Casement pulls in the Citroen C2 R2. The noise of a C2 R2 is something else, isn't it? The last time I spoke to you on Scottish roads, there was a second diff underneath you. Second diff underneath you. We're in a Subaru. It's a bit different these days, isn't it?
Well, this is good fun as well. The Subaru was great, but this is good fun.
How was that in front of the crowd?
Good. The second time was a bit quicker, so it's good fun. Good fun.
The way it's meant to go.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
What's the plan tonight then? Lots of stages, thick and fast, shorter, getting to longer.
I know. It's just a matter of getting through. I think we might get some fog, which will be quite tricky.
That oyster catcher stage is going to be challenging later on, isn't it?
Very, very challenging.
You guys are going to hit that well after 10 o'clock as well.
Yeah, the lights will be quite good though, so be fine.
David Hardy, John McCulloch featured in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. You're going to have to stand back a bit, Sam, and just let the medical crew through. Sorry, the rescue crew are going to head to the next stage. Yeah, David Hardy featured in the championship. Oh, it must be 12, 13 years ago when we covered it back then in a Subaru, that yellow Subaru you used to have. Paddy, that was fun, wasn't it?
That was good crack, right? That was good crack, right? That was good.
Fans want to see sideways rally cars in a town centre like that. You delivered.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Aye.
What's up next?
Just drive around, see how we get on.
Drive around, see how we get on. No. I'm not having that. You're a rally driver. What's the plan tonight?
Well, just get around it and yeah.
How about challenging stages tonight?
Well, we'll see how it goes. There
we go. He's not giving me anything, is he? He's not playing that game. Paddy Monroe, Andrew Stevenson. He was a class champion in the Scottish Championship a couple of years ago, wasn't he? Fairly quiet year last year. 2022 was a big year for him on the Scottish stages as well. You can see it's really starting to dim here. I know this is the summer solstice. It's meant to stay light longer, but I don't know how much you can see if you pan across the harbour, but you can barely see across to the other side of the peninsula here. It is getting very misty, and you heard David Hardy talking about the possibility of fog in the stages. That was something we heard about earlier. I was talking to a couple of crews who, having done the recce, it was quite foggy on the recce, but having done the recce, they did expect that we might see a bit of fog, and that will certainly make things interesting. This is a hell of a car, I can tell just from staring at that dashboard. How was that?
Brilliant, yeah, it's a new car, so I'm still getting used to it, but yeah, what a machine, it's great, I love it.
Crammed a World Rally car into it. I don't know if the camera can just pick up some of the detail on his dash. It's an incredible looking thing. That is going to be a formidable toy in the lanes tonight, isn't it?
It's going to be good, yeah, it's going to be a tricky thing. It likes to spin up the back wheels, but I'm really looking forward to it, it'll be great.
It sounds a lot of fun, enjoy it. It likes to spin up the back wheels. There's a lot of technology crammed into that car, isn't it, Sam? Stephen Smith, Daniel Johnston took some time out of the sport. They had a rotten season in 2017. With 2 events in that year. They retired on the first one, they crashed on the second one. Can you guess what the second one was? You guessed it right, Argyll. But they're back for 2024 in that new car, and it really does look the business, doesn't it? You're always trying, aren't you, Nathan? How was that?
I had fun, yeah. Really good fun.
Battle of the Evos out there tonight with the conditions like this.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
What can you do out there in those stages tonight? Another 5 to go after this, and the next one's just as short, really.
Just hope we get round. We'll try.
I'm trying my best to get some fighting talk, but not many of you are playing ball.
I'm not right good, am I? That's what I said.
I'm not right good. We'll speak to the co-driver next time, see if he can give us some fighting talk. Phil Kenny would surely do that. Busiest season in the championship for that pair yet. Simon Hunter, Howard Pridmore been presented with the best presented rally car here on the Argyll Rally, and you're going to hope you keep it that way.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Yeah, it's difficult to judge the grip in there. It's quite slippy, but we're here.
You seem to be spinning the front wheels for an age at the start, showing just how damp it is.
Maybe a little bit showboating. But yeah, long night yet, so
looking forward to it though?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. This is the weather for us as well.
This is the weekend to be picking up some championship points as well.
No, that's the problem. There's not many of us here, so it's what pace do we go at? We just need to get to the end.
There we are. It's a balance. It's an enigma of a challenge for Simon Hunter. On one hand, it sounds good that some of your championship rivals are not here and you can pick up some points. Greg Lithgow, just like he's got a slight problem there at the end, or was he just stopping to speak to some friends? Is that just stopping to speak to some friends, Greg?
Oh no, we've had an issue at the last chicane. We just ran straight on and wiped the chicane out and cut the pavement, so just checking.
You've done a good job of not making too much mess on the front.
We'll see how it goes in the road section.
What is your plan tonight?
Well, we'll see how we get on the next one, but
then you're going to make your plan after that. Greg and Chloe are going to take it to the next stage and then decide what to do from there. Bumping into the chicane. I'll say bumping into because it wasn't much of a whack. There's not much damage on the front of that car. This thing looks glorious.
Yeah, something different for you, isn't it? It's not
this car. This car. How's it gone out there?
Yeah, all right. Obviously wet, same for everybody, but yeah, enjoyable. Yeah.
Next ones, what's the plan?
Yeah, just steady away on the next one, because I haven't driven it for a while, so just take it steady on the next one, and then we'll give it the beans.
We'll give it the beans. There we go. That's another Yorkshire expression, isn't it? We'll give it the beans. Pat Johnson, Kevin Barton in the lovely Cadet GTE. Tell you what, he hasn't been off the class podium in the last 2 Argylls that he's finished. Laser lamps bolted on here, Ross. You guys are going to be lighting the way for cars behind you with those on the front of the car.
Yeah, it should be. They're good, to be fair, so yeah. See how we go.
Confidence?
Maybe. It's quite slippy, so I don't know. We'll see how we go.
How confident are you out of 10?
7.
That's good.
Higher than 5.
Pushing on, isn't it? No, you've said 7. We're taking your first answer. Ross Jarrett, David Robson. This is Ross's first year of rallying. It's the 5th rally he's done, so he's getting the experience up now, but yeah, 7 out of 10 for confidence going into these, what will be very tricky lanes. We've only done 1.5 miles. We've only done 1.5 miles of the nearly 24 miles that make up the first leg here on the Argyll Rally. So there is, as a few of our crews have said, a long way to go. Nick, one of our BHRC competitors here this weekend. There's not many of you here. It's a good day for championship points, isn't it?
Yeah. Half of them have not turned up, have they?
No. Well, if you turn up, that's half the battle. The rest of the battle is what happens out there tonight.
And that's the other half of battle.
Yeah. So what's the plan tonight? Is that just it?
We'll try and get through tonight.
Love it. Kev reckons he's scared already. He's had a bit of a night of it. Nick Hitchie and Kev Wilson in the British Historic Rally Championship Escort RS 1800 scared themselves already through the 1.44 to be exact miles. Total mileage of this first 2 blasts around the town centre here in Dunoon. The first 2 stages of the Dunoon Presents Argyll Rally. I'm amazed, and I know talking about the weather gets very boring, but I'm amazed at how dark it's getting here already. It's going to be spectacular out in those lanes tonight. Good luck to those of you headed to the next few stages, and if you're out spectating, please do it safely. There's plenty of information on the Argyll Rally website for you to tell you where the best places to go are if you fancy watching this weekend, today or tomorrow. Plenty of advice on how to stay safe. There's a real science to this sport, both on and off the stages, and we need you to play your part. Graham's desperately pointing across. Don't speak to me. How was that?
Hello, Paul.
How was that?
Good, very good. Enjoyed it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice to do in front of the fans, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah. It's very good. I enjoy the Mickey Mouse stuff sometimes.
It's not a Mickey Mouse stage. All those fans out there, they're watching you slot these cars around a tight Nadgery town centre. It's quite slippery.
Yeah, tricky in places with curbs and stuff, but good. It went well. Right.
Next few stages then. What's the plan?
Get to finish.
That's the ultimate plan. That's tomorrow's plan. What's tonight's?
No, get to finish tonight.
He's not having it, is he? Tony Shields, Graham Wild. His plan is to get to the finish tonight. Flick back to our leaderboard because there is a bit of a change out front as far as the overall rally leaderboard is concerned, and after 4 stages as far as the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship leaderboard is concerned. Ewan Thorburn, Paul Beaton now lead the way in the Polo R5. They're on an identical overall time though to Mark Kelly and Will Atkins, who therefore lead the Protyre crews. Neil Roskell, Di Roberts behind them, only 6 seconds the gap, and only a second behind them Hugh Brunton, Drew Sturrock, and a second behind them Hugh Hunter and Rob Fragg, and again is another second back to John McCrow, not registered for championship points, but it is hotting up both in the overall results and in the championship. Fraser, there are some battles going on these stages already. How is your night going?
I'm round in one piece, so just try and get round after last year's V86. So.
Did you enjoy that?
Gets you going, doesn't it?
Done it. Yeah, I bet it does. I'd quite like to be getting going in front of all those fans. Myself, Paul Evans, really piling on the experience, having got back in the car for this season. How was that?
Good, very tricky, very slippery, as you can imagine. You can make a mistake in there, we didn't, so we're quite happy.
I know you love those types of stages though in front of the fans.
I know, yeah. It's brilliant. You know, it's great seeing the spectators on the roads. You know, we all beat the horn and, you know, really enjoy seeing the spectators.
It's going to be a challenging night tonight. I know you've been looking at the pace notes, you've done the recce, it might be foggy, you're going to have spotlights on. What's the plan, Paul?
Keep it neat and tidy. Obviously we want to push, but really keep it neat and tidy. The roads are very narrow, a bit like Mull, can't afford to drop a tyre off. I've decided to go slicks on the back, so
And at this point in the season, you can't afford to drop championship points unnecessarily, can you?
No, we're leading the championship at the moment, so we're made up with that. And like I say, we'll just keep plugging away.
Keep plugging away. We'll see you tomorrow for more action live here on Special Stage as we continue to get reaction from our crews. Ian, how was that?
Oh, good. Yeah, interesting.
A bit of fun to get us going.
Yeah, just to warm us up a bit. So we
Now the challenge starts. Paul's already marking up the timesheet. I haven't seen the times you put through there, but he looks quite happy with himself.
Well, no, we're happy.
So the next challenge.
Yeah. Good.
Enjoy. The pair from my neck of the woods in Hull, raising money for Marie Curie Cancer Research on this weekend's Argyll Rally. Interestingly, Fraser Smith, who we saw earlier, has had Nikki Addison co-driving for the last season. She's now competing herself here in the championship in her her Honda Civic. Feel like we should be pushing that wheel arch back on, Sam. A little bit of damage there, Richard.
What?
A little bit of damage on the front of the car there, on the front corner.
Really?
Yeah, maybe pushed the chicane. No? Coach was telling me off. I shouldn't be worrying about things like that. You competed in the first ever rally on the Burma Rally, am I right, in the Ford Anglia?
I've done the Burma. I thought the Granite City in '71 was the first.
Right, okay. First one I found for you was '79 on the Burma in Anglia. Bit different these days.
Granite City 1971, definitely.
Fantastic. Great stages to be on that.
Yeah, wonderful.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Okay, it might not be his first rally, but he did do the '79 Burma Rally, and interestingly, some of the names on the retirements list, because he did retire, read like a roll call of legends. Robin Eyre Mousel, Donald Heggie, the list goes on. It's funny to talk about the retirements list being a roll call of legends, isn't it? But sometimes that is the case. Tim, rear-wheel drive just adds a bit of jeopardy on roads like these, in conditions like these, but I know you're ready for it, aren't you?
Yeah, we're ready. It was a bit slippy in there, but yeah, we've really enjoyed it. We're nice and chill, we're calm. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. The stages look great. Obviously tricky, but yeah, they look really good. They're very similar to the Isle of Man places, isn't it? But second time in the UK, and we just want to get home.
And one of a number of crews over here as well doing this.
Yeah, there's 4 of us. We're all together. We're all kipping together, staying together, in the hot tub together. It sounds a bit too much. But
Lovely. We went places I never expected to go with that one. The Manx crew's clearly having an interesting weekend. Tim Cole, Dave Sutcliffe, and all of the Manx crews across here have been in a hot tub together. That's something I didn't expect to be saying at the end of these 2 stages. David, how was that?
Yeah, good. Slippy. Had a bit of a spin on the first stage, but better second time around.
You two look like you were up for it earlier. I saw a big thumbs up driving through service. Ready for this?
Yeah, I think we are, yeah. A bit slippy, but it's the same for everybody, isn't it?
It's going to be slippy all night. News for you.
Yeah, well.
Enjoy one of the British Historic Rally Championship competitors in that lovely Castrol liveried Mark II. We often have this chat between us. I don't know what, we've got an animal on the side of this Escort over here. We always have a chat between us about what livery we'd have if we were to build a Mark II Escort. What animal is that, Sam? Is it Pumbaa out of Lion King? Is it? It looks like a pig of some kind hanging off the side of that Mark II Escort. Ah, no, that's Timon, isn't it? It's Pumbaa and Timon off the Lion King. It is. That's what it is. So we'll ask them on the way around. As long as they don't wipe off Pumbaa and Timon on one of the chicanes, of course. Paul Collins and Thomas Wilson. Had a massive crash last time out, and Pumbaa and Timon wouldn't have survived that on the Grand Prix, and I'm pretty sure. So that must be a refreshed mascot or two on the front of that Escort. Very good souvenir. Imagine picking up bits of car and finding a couple of Lion King characters in the ditch. If you're just tuning in, this must sound awfully strange. Welcome to live coverage of the Danoon Presents Argyll Rally. You're watching live coverage on the stage here in the first 2 town centre stages. The competitors doing one stage, then doubling back in, and the car's running at 30-second intervals as a result. through their second run, and then we're joining them here at the stage end for a bit of reaction. Let's find out how the first two stages went. It's not a stage layout you're going to win the rally on, but you can certainly lose it. How was that?
Yeah, good, aye. It felt quick enough, but we're on wet, dry tyres, so I'm not sure how it went.
Was that brave or ill-considered?
No, brave.
There we go, we like that. Yeah, if you're going to do it, own it. Brave decision to go on dry tyres. Bumper pods on and ready in this Evo. Bad news, Tony, you're not escaping your interview. How was that?
Good. Well, slippy, but good.
You didn't get that suntan in the Argyll, did you?
No.
Where have you been? Anywhere nice?
No, just around, to be honest with you.
Just around. You're going to be just Blackpool. You're going to be just around tonight in some fantastic stages, but they're going to be tricky.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
What's the plan?
The plan is to get through tonight and regroup in the morning.
Regroup in the morning. There's some nerves inside that car, I can tell. Do you know, I can tell that because he tried to avoid his interview, first off. And, Davies not wanting to give us too much away there. First run through. I have to ask, we were talking about this Red Bull thing earlier on the live coverage. How good is it in there with all the spectators?
Yeah, it's amazing to be here. It's something that we should be doing far more as a brand, so it's great to be here in Dunoon. And yeah, it's been
First time here with the Argyll Rally?
First time, yeah, and it's great to see so many people out here in the rain. You know, it's fantastic.
That's how rally fans do it. You see, you'll get far more exposure at rallies than with any other event because nobody runs for cover when it rains.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's just out here exposed to the elements, and everyone's still loving it.
Thank you for bringing Red Bull here.
Thank you. Cheers.
The Red Bull crew, as you can see, loving the experience here in Dunoon as well. Their first visit to, well, actually the team that were here, their first visit to a rally full stop, and they were amazed, as you can hear, by the fact that rally fans are so hardy they just stand there in the rain. They just put their umbrellas up. You can see them at the start now. Right, Steve doesn't always stop for me, but he's going to stop this time. I made sure of it. One chance to chat to you this weekend, so I was taking it. Steve, how was that?
It was good, that. Yeah, enjoyed it. It was good, yeah.
It's a fantastic way of bringing rallying closer to the fans, isn't it?
Definitely. We just got problems with smoking a bit. So
right. We'll let you get to the next few. Enjoy tonight.
Thank you.
Steve, in that very rare, historic rear-wheel drive Astra. Yeah, you can see the Red Bull Mini now driving through the finish. So Red Bull over and out for this evening. They must have got rid of all of their stock. And one of those would look good in the Mini Rally Challenge, wouldn't it? Not sure that rear can would be. To regulations though, Sam. Pun intended. Car 90 overshooting the junction, as you can see on your screen. How was that?
It was okay. The oil cap fell off, so we're smelling burning oil, so I was a bit put off. It was hard to concentrate, wondering what's going on, so I need to go and find a milk cap or something to put on.
An oil cap, there's enough Fiestas around, so if anyone's watching this back in service, you could do it with an oil cap right here.
Yeah, at the ferry terminal now.
Good luck.
Perfect, thanks.
Megan O'Kane losing her oil cap in that stage. It's an unusual problem to have. Maybe it wasn't on properly to begin with. Stepping up from a Fiesta ST into that R2. Dad John co-driving alongside. They've got a challenge on their hands this evening now to find an oil cap. Hello. Sandy, we quite often refer to these stages, or some people do, as Mickey Mouse stages, but I'll tell you what, getting these cars that close to the fans is fantastic.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I absolutely love it. Like, it's, yeah. Same, I mean, we do the local one in Elgin, and then this one, yeah, it's superb. So people can get in and enjoy it, see what we actually do instead of going out in the woods, and yeah.
A bit of local knowledge is going to help tonight.
Yeah, definitely, I think, yeah, for sure. It could be tricky with the weather, so yeah, see what happens.
Looking at your face, it looks like local knowledge brings with it a bit of caution.
Yeah, definitely a bit of caution, I think.
Didn't do a very good job of closing that either time. Sandy Arbonot, Ian Arbonot alongside, has rallied over here in a Metro 6R4, hasn't he, in the past? Oh, there we go. That looked fun.
Well, it started so well on the first stage, we had a good time. We had a bit of an overshoot on the second. So, but yeah, all good.
Still here, and you know it's only a short bit of stage.
Yeah, no, exactly. So all good. Yeah, looking.
The way that Dale passed you though, that headset, you're in trouble.
yeah. No, let's get to the proper stages now.
The proper stages, right? Enjoy. Mike Simpson, Dale Gibbons. Another of the British Historic Rally Championship crews. Overcooked it in there, got a bit overexcited according to Dale, who just thumped the headset down in his driver's lap. Here, have that. And calm yourself down. We've got a road section to do, and then we're back out into some tricky lanes, and we don't want any of those antics out there. Was, I think, what he meant. That was my summary of what was going on there in that moment. Oh, Michael, how was that?
Very slippery the first time, a little bit better the second time. But you'll be conscious of the curbs, you have to be so careful. You'd wipe the car out. Good fun.
Less curbs in the next one, but you're still going to have to be careful.
We definitely have to be careful. We'll enjoy it. We're out for the fun.
That's the main thing. We will see you later. It's good to see Mark 1 out here. How disappointed did Michael look that I opened his door when he had a slider window to drop? Sorry about that, sir. It's easier through an open door. Top tip. We'll be live with you tomorrow as well, to remind you. 2 stages live with you, starting at starting just after 10 o'clock. Right, Callum's time. I'm just hearing from Donna Preston in our organising team. Callum's time penalty should go, which will put him into first overall if that is the case, which is good news for Callum and good news for us because we don't want time penalties to decide what's going on here, do we? I'll give you more on that in just a minute. Callum, I wasn't sure if you were trying to go for me there or if you were just trying to avoid your interview. How were the first 2?
Really slippy in the first one, but warmed up a wee bit in the second. Good. Great to see all the crowds out.
Bad news, I'm not sure it's going to warm up very much in the third.
No, but the tyres will, hopefully.
2.5 miles coming up, but they get longer as the night goes on. What's the plan?
I'm not even sure if we're going to be in the dark tonight, but we'll see.
I've got a feeling you will be. It's almost dark here, and it's the longest day of the year.
Yeah. No, we're feeling good. We're one of 3 local guys, so we've got a bit of a competition going between ourselves. So
and a bit of pressure on your shoulders now you've told me that.
Oh, definitely, aye, but keeps you focused.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Callum McLeod, Laura McLeod alongside. Fans and family out here enjoying the spectacle and supporting their team to the side of the road. I'm going around the other side for this one. Here we go, Max. Big fight. You ready for it?
Yeah, I can't complain. It's looking tricky out there, but we've got a new car.
Oh, that's good. I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, I've left the C2s, but Kyle's still got his. But it didn't look very good after the Manx, so we took an opportunity and got this. So.
I hear that you guys from the Isle of Man were all sharing time in the hot tub leading up to this.
Yeah, we were having fun.
Wow. I was expecting to look at me blank, like, what are you on about? But it turns out the Manx guys really were enjoying themselves on the lead up to this rally. I tell you what, it's not hot tub weather now, is it? I hope there are hot tubs inside. Max Murray, Matty Owen normally firing that little minty coloured C2 R2 down the lanes. Fighting in the championship with Carl Casement, Liam McCann, who trundle into the finish here now in their C2 R2. Well, you're normally staring at the back of a very similar looking car, but it's different this time.
Yeah, it is. He obviously balled it there in the Isle of Man, so he's went out and bought a big boy's car.
This is the perfect car for a little stage like that, isn't it?
It is, but there's not much grunt to get you out of them corners. But yeah, slippy in there, very slippy. So
what's the plan tonight? Obviously over here from the Isle of Man, enjoying these Scottish lanes, but they are tricky.
I don't know. Take this one as it comes and then see after that. If we can wind on, we can wind on. But them roads, I had a lock up in there and I was a passenger. So don't want to be doing that out in this next stage.
Smiling. He enjoyed that. Nikki, you were co-driving here last season. How things change?
I know. I don't know which side I prefer being on.
Well, after those two, how was that?
It was so short, it's hard to kind of get a grip of what's going on, so I'm looking forward to the next season.
Wicked to be in front of the fans, right?
Oh yeah, great fun. It's good fun.
Rollies out and they're all enjoying themselves despite the fact it's raining.
Fair play to them still being out in this rain.
What's the plan tonight?
Just check the grip on the first stage and then try and push the rest of the night, hopefully.
Nikki Addison's on for a big push after checking the grip later on. We mentioned this, she's swapped round from co-driving last season to jumping into the driver's seat in that Honda this time around. Very caring rally fans there asking me if that was my little Fiat Spider. I wish that was my little Fiat Spider, Sam. It's a smart looking car. If that's your car and you're watching the live stream, your window's open apparently. Mind you, it's a soft top. It's designed to get wet, I think, isn't it? I think that's how it works. So the format will be a little different for tomorrow's live stages. We'll be in the stage, so we'll have a lot more time to work with you. To tell the story and spend some time with you and join you on the live stream as well, so we can have some fun tomorrow. Not that we're not having fun here, right? But you're all enjoying this action in the stage, and I can't quite see what's going on in there, so we're getting some reaction for you from the end. Mike Simpson, Dale Gibbons were the ones who overshot, weren't they? I'm just putting two and two together. I had a little voice in my ear tell me that car 90 had gone straight on. That was the one, yeah. So at the moment, Callum Black and Jack Morton are on an absolute rocket ship charge. If you're looking at the leaderboard, you will see they have a penalty applied to their time, which puts them way down the order. However, I have it on good authority that that's actually an errant penalty, and it will be scrubbed off, which puts them 12 seconds in the lead ahead of Ewan Thorburn and Paul Beaton in the Polo R5. So our reigning champions, who need maximum points here to get that championship back on track, are leading the way with that penalty scrubbed off. Rain coming down thick and fast here now. Christian looking at those tyres. This rain is good news.
Yeah, it's my first cloud rally. And I'm a bit nervous, to be fair, but let's see what it brings.
Tell us about that. It's your first one. How was it in front of those fans in there?
It was good, and it's my first time on a H pattern as well, so I'm a bit all over the place. But
most of us start on a H pattern.
Yeah, I'm used to the sequential and paddles.
Enjoy it, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Christian Davies, Sam Weller alongside, and I think that's Dylan Davies' car, isn't it? How was that?
Aye, very good, aye. Aye, very good, aye. No, a wee bit sloppy, but aye. Gets the heart rate going.
It does. Plenty more of that tonight. What's the plan?
Definitely, loads of it tonight. Just need to take it cautious tonight, and then we're a good day tomorrow.
Let him have that. It's a bit wet out here. Caution is the order of the day. Martin Burke, Alice Patterson alongside. Had a crash on the Reavers as well, didn't he? So hasn't done much on asphalt. I can imagine his confidence took a bit of a knock after that one last time out. Not a championship round, the Reavers rally, but followed the Jim Clark rally, which of course was a championship round. So, in terms of our championship cruise then, because that is the story of tonight's live coverage, the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship leaderboard looks like this. Callum Black, Jack Morton, with that penalty taken off, which I have it on good authority will happen, lead the way, and it's quite a lead as well from Mark Kelly and Will Atkins, Neil Roskell, Di Roberts. Neil said to me at the start, or as he came through the end of this stage actually, start of the next few, he said, I'm having it, and you know what, he is, he's on an absolute mission. He's 4th overall in the rally, but that puts him 3rd overall in the Protyre cruise. Those points, if he can keep it onto a podium finish here, will be vital in that fight to become the 2024 champion after becoming runner-up last year. A flash of the lights. How was that?
That was better. First stage, on 2-4, I felt like a rookie. Second stage, it was better. Felt a bit more mature, a bit calm. Enjoying the wet weather.
Yeah, well, you need a bit of wet weather to level it, don't you?
Yeah, for the 4-wheel drive lot. And the Mark IIs, watching them go round, and the Mark 1 Astra are exceptional. Awesome. Good fun though, good fun. Tomorrow, big day, big day.
Enjoy yourself tonight. I do like to see rally drivers enjoy themselves. Gary, Sam and Mark Mason are doing just that in their Impreza. It's nice to see them enjoying themselves, isn't it? I often say this, but it's a privilege to drive a rally car. And you guys watching at home, me stood here getting wet through. So at least I'm not getting bitten by midges, Sam. Unlike last time. But us stood here, we want to see them enjoying themselves. It is a privilege to drive these cars and be out on these fantastic stages in front of the crowds. And we want to see rally drivers understanding what that means and giving us a feel for what it's like to be in the cars. So do like that. A lot of time for rally drivers, telling it how it is and telling us they're enjoying themselves. Hugh Hunter, Rob Fagg, by the way, dropping behind Hugh Brunson and Drew Sturrock, who at the moment are fourth in the Championship Crews and fifth, respectively. Leaderboard all very tight at the moment, apart from Callum Black and Jack Morton, who are out in front with a bit of a lead as things stand. Well, this rain certainly levels things, doesn't it? But it makes things tricky as well.
It suits us fine. We've got Michelins on the front. We're fine.
Those people who made a tyre choice they're happy with look a lot more confident going into these stages tonight.
Yeah, well, it was always going to rain tonight, but it was just a matter of rain.
Do you know what? A lot of people said that to me today. It was just a case of when it rained tonight. Off they go to the stages. Local crews will tell you it was always going to rain tonight. Just a matter of when. There's a man looking at me through binoculars, but he's only stood about 10 feet away from me. That's strange, isn't it? Alistair Ingram, Bernard McSweeney. First rally was the 1990 Gemini Tour of Mull in the Lotus Sunbeam. He knows what to do in these lanes, doesn't he? Couldn't find a result for him on that rally, but who cares? Switched into a Starion at some point in the early to mid-90s as well, so he'll have a rally career, and he's got some experience alongside him as well. Bernard done the Snowdrift Rally in Rally America back in 2018. Turkish driver, Yildiz Kayner, came 7th overall in America. It's a far cry from the Scottish lanes here on the Argyll Rally, isn't it? It was also quite a few years ago. It is extraordinarily wet down here now. George Hayway, Zach Lynham in the Corolla. Good evening. I saw you busy around the car earlier. Did you have some kind of problem before the rally?
No, just checking up really. We had plenty of time to kill, so just going around about 5-6 times, so all good. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad.
Are you looking forward to these stages tonight?
Yeah, it's bloody wet though, so see how we get on. Yeah, you're drenched right through, so.
You'd rather be in there. George Hayway, do you know what? It's an A86 Corolla. I'd always want to be in one of those, regardless of what was happening outside of it. Here we go, Alan. What can we do on these stages?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. We'll just go out and have fun. But at least it's a little bit wet, as you can see. I can definitely see that you're a little bit wet.
That's fine. I'm meant to get wet. You're not. So as long as you're dry, that's the main thing. How were the first two?
Yeah, good fun. Good fun. Just slowly getting round, and then, yeah, we'll just wait and see what we can do later on.
There we go. He's going to slowly get round, but Alan Scott is a rally driver. Slowly doesn't really come into the plan. I think he's being modest. Shayna Archibald alongside. Shayna's normally in with Rhodri Campbell, isn't she? In the Sunbeam. Alan switching to the MGZR after being in a Clio. I saw it earlier in service, actually. And it looks like one heck of a machine. I'm not sure if it's not a Super 1600 car. It certainly looks well prepared. Andrew, do you want to swap places? It's a bit wet.
Jump in if you want. You can go in the back of ballast for the back. Let me have a good fun.
What's the plan tonight? I've asked this of quite a few people tonight, and
probably the same as most people. Get to the end of tonight. If we try tomorrow, see what we can do tomorrow.
Big push tomorrow then.
See what we can do.
I'll take it as a compromise. Big push tomorrow. Dry stages will give a bit more. Just getting through. And wow, I tell you what, we did expect the rain. To be fair, it could have been an awful lot worse. It could have been raining from the off, which is what we did expect. It's not been. Stephen, this weather was always going to come, I'm told. It was just a matter of when. So are you prepared for it?
We were expecting it, aye. Yeah. It's quite slippy. We were slow the first time round, but we found our feet a bit more the second time. Second lap wasn't too bad.
You're looking forward to these stages tonight? You look mighty relaxed.
Aye, I'm looking forward to it, aye.
Windscreen wipers on, but with an accent like that, you'll be used to the rain.
New wipers in the car, so I'm looking forward to using them.
Brilliant, love it. There's only one thing tighter than a Yorkshireman, and that's a Scotsman, and wanting to get the money's worth out of the new wipers on front of that Mark II is as good a reason as any to be pleased that it's raining. As you can see, we look like we've got a birthday balloon hanging off the back of that Focus. We will try and remember to ask what that was all about. The rain easing off slightly, but it's a bit too late. See on the stage how wet it is, but you can probably see from how wet we are. It's really raining quite hard here, but that's fine. We did expect it, and it will make things interesting out there tonight as far as the times are concerned. I'm going to enjoy looking through the leaderboard. I'm going to wish we were out there live for you in another stage, but the logistics just didn't work out for us to be able to do that. So we give you all of the action and all of the crews, not just the Protyre Championship crews, but all of the crews through this first 2 stages here in Dunoon, and then we'll be live with you again, as I say, tomorrow. And I was going to just give you a recap on times for tomorrow, wasn't I? And then what happens? A rally driver pulls up. That always happens just as I'm about to say something profound. That's why I never say anything profound. Too many rally cars. So we're going to be live for stage 11 tomorrow at 10:20. Have a nice leisurely breakfast and then join us for some more live rallying. And then stage 16 as well. 3 from the end. Tomorrow we should have a good feel for the story by then, shouldn't we? Just after 3 o'clock. 2 more live stages, and we'll be live in the stages as well. So a nice mixture of town centre and open road. Closed rally stages, we're on the other side now. Took a risk there, didn't I? Sarah, I suspect you've bent your wing a little bit here.
We've got no gears on the down box, so the chicane stopped us.
Okay.
So
at least you stopped.
At least we stopped, aye. So I'm not quite
still smiling as well.
There's just always a bit hilarious, isn't there?
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Are you in trouble? Do you need to rein it in?
I think we're in a little bit of trouble, so we'll just have to see what happens.
Good luck for the next few.
So just go until we didn't go.
Go until you didn't go. Sarah's got it right. James has had to rein her in a little bit. Car 127 overshooting, as you can see. It's getting mighty slippery in there. Colin, this is not your kind of surface.
It's a bit
becoming that, actually.
Yeah, it's a bit slippy tonight, but I expected that with all this rain now. But yeah, you've not got an umbrella.
Where's an umbrella?
Your Spider-Man suit, anyway. I hope you're going to wear that tomorrow.
It depends on how the midges are tonight. At the moment, I'm not being bitten, so producer Wayne is quite happy.
We've got some spray if you need some at any point.
Thank you, but I thank you. That's not what I expected to be talking to you about, Colin. Off you go. Enjoy the night stage. I will have a lovely night. Thank you. You too, sir. Midges and Spider-Man costumes, the things I do and the things I cause you to say. Bobby, we had a chat about these lights earlier. It does look good, and hopefully they'll do the business for you out there tonight.
Hope so, once it gets dark. Yep, that's the plan. Go out and just take our time tonight, and then we'll get back into it tomorrow once the weather fares up a bit. So,
did you enjoy that in front of the fans?
It was good, aye. It was good. A wee bit slippy in bits, but no, it was good.
That's why you got 2 diffs.
That's what it is, aye. That's what it's all about.
Good luck. Enjoy. Bobby McDonald. Martin McCabe alongside. Dave, the wipers are on. It's going to be one of those nights.
It's going to be one of them nights. Glad we're on wets, mate. That's all I can say.
We knew it was coming.
We knew it were coming. Yeah, definitely.
Happy enough with that?
Yeah, happy enough with that. We're still here, mate. We're going to go and play now.
We're going to go and play now. I like the sound of that. Dave and Adam McLaughlin are going to go and play in the White's Bakery Renault Clio. Saw Dave White and Jane Nichol through in the sister car, the Fiesta R5, earlier in the evening. Still waiting for official confirmation that Callum and Jack's penalty will be wiped off, but I do have it on good authority that is the case. So if you're looking at the leaderboard at the moment, they have quite a considerable lead out in front after the first few stages this evening. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins just holding Neil Roskell. Di Roberts at bay as well. Hugh Brunton, Drew Sturrock, and then Hugh Hunter and Rob Fagg completing the top 5 here in Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship at this stage. Haven't got as far as the 2-wheel drives, and my hands are far too wet to be scrolling through results at the minute, so I'm going to take a wander back to studio van if I can. And I'll give you an update on the two-wheel drive leaderboard after 4 stages this evening very shortly. The action continues in this Dunoon stage. 0.72 of a mile as the historic rally car register. Mini challenge competitors fire those little minis with their straight cut gearboxes, their RC40 exhausts, and their blueprinted and slightly enlarged bore A-series engines. All historic spec and all looking absolutely fabulous. I've been looking forward to seeing them in the stages. I'm looking forward to being in the stage tomorrow for some of that action. And to see the fight as well for our Protyre Championship crews, because it is, at this point of the season, 5 rounds in, it is a championship battle, and we're all talking about championship points. There's no see how things go anymore. Callum Black knows the time for that is done. He and Jack coming out on top last season, coming here as our reigning champions, but after a rough few events, knowing at the Manx that that could have been all over and that they had to come here and they had to go flat out here and at the Jim Clark, and they are on a mission tonight. More on that very shortly. I often see a Corsa B. Is it a Corsa B? Corsa C? I lost track. Corsa B. How was that?
It was brilliant. So it was really slippy, fast, but it was a good stage.
Slippy and fast sounds perfect. That's why you're a rally driver, isn't it?
Aye, that's it. Brilliant fun, so it was.
What's the plan tonight? You know these roads?
No, we'll get a clue. Never done it before, neither have first time. Just trying.
The weather's coming in, but we knew it would.
Aye, it'll be fine. So we'll just try and get through the night, and that'll do us.
You look happy and content and ready to go in that little Corsa. So you should be as well. Christopher Smith, Amy McGubbin alongside.
Running a bit hot.
He's running a bit hot. Everything okay though?
Get off. Everything's fine, yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you for stopping. Robin Shuttleworth, Malcolm Smithson, one of the BHRC champions last year in Category 2, weren't they? Here for Scottish Rally Championship points, not BHRC this weekend though, in the Mark 1. And as you heard, running a bit hot. But you know what, if you're a driver and you're watching this, and when the car's running a bit rough or you've not had the best of stages, we're here to tell the story, and those bits of the story are important too. So Robin lost nothing by just stopping very briefly just to tell us the car was running hot there. So fair play. Thank you, Robin. That means we can tell the story. Never good just to drive past, because you're part of the show. It really is. Pointing the obvious out here. It really is wet. 2 questions. Firstly, what's with the Puma and Timone thing? And secondly, did they come off in your accident last time out?
Did I come off in an accident?
No, did Puma and Timone come off?
No, they're original. They're genuine replicas.
What's the story with them?
That's me and that's him.
I love that.
I mean, I'll let you decide who's who.
And that is why you were definitely stopping for us for an interview. Paul Collins. And Thomas Wilson were loving that, weren't they? The first of our Mini Rally Challenge competitors here in the HRCR category. This is fantastic to see so many minis out. I know you guys do this week in, week out, but it's the first time I've seen this. It's great.
It's great. I mean, having all the minis, all the same spec, all competing against each other. It's fantastic. Yeah.
It's just lovely to see them out. Look at this. Get the camera in here. Just have a quick look at this historic mini dashboard with its dual cowl, just like the works cars back in the day with the original Mini Speedo just nestling there in the middle. Clive, was that fun?
It was fabulous. The only thing is, both times I forgot to set the in-car camera.
So we don't get to see what it was like from
Sadly
your...
No, but it was great. Really enjoyed it. Very slippy though.
That's fine. Perfect car for a town centre stage. These little HRCR mini challenge, guys. That looked fun.
Yeah, very fun, very slippy, very cautious.
Perfect car and perfect stage for it.
Maybe not the perfect driver though, I don't know. It was very, very slippy and very cautious, but the real rally starts now, doesn't it, Sam?
Co-driver looks like he agrees. Enjoy. Darren Atkinson leads the way in the two-wheel drive category then here in the Protyre Cruise. Behind him, Ben Crump, who's doing a great job as well. Well, with a bulge like that, you're certainly not in the same class as the one ahead, are you?
No.
How was that?
Great, very slippy. Is what it is.
I love the sound of a hot A series at the end of a rally stage. Carrie looks like she's enjoying herself as well. Still got that Barbados tan going on, yeah?
Right, thanks.
John Nicholson, Carrie Bates alongside. Second rally that he's done this year, retired with a water pump failure on the Reavers in that little Mini. First rally, interestingly enough, for John was the 1972 Scottish Rally, which in those days you may either remember or know, depending on how old you are, was an international rally. And he was in a Lancia Fulvia. Haven't used the word iconic yet tonight, have I? But still driving an iconic rally car. And there we go. We're underway with the Paul Woodford Bingo, if you're playing tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight, by the way. If you're keeping us on in the background, if you're doing something else equally important, that's fine. If we were your main source of entertainment for this evening, then that's even better. We hope to be the same for you tomorrow, with more live coverage from this 5th round of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. Robbie, I could smell the car before you arrived. It's hot. You've been working those brakes hard in there.
Aye, a wee bit. It's the first time doing a closed road, so just getting used to it. And I'm not sure we're just on the right tyres either.
What are you on?
It's like dry, so...
You're very much not on the right tyres then, pal.
It's got a cut in it though, so should be okay.
No, I mean, I'm making you wet just study, if that gives you any idea. Did you enjoy it though?
That was good fun.
For anyone watching at home, it's your first closed road rally. What was it like in there with the fans and the high street and just rattling down the streets?
It makes you even more nervous, end up crashing in front of them. It was good though, I enjoyed it. Really.
Enjoy the next few.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
I love that. I'm not sure I'm on the right tyres. Which tyres do you want? Dry? Nope. Nope, definitely not the right tyres today. Not sure you're on the right tyres either.
No, we're not. We're as cheap as we can go, so. But aye, it's good fun though.
Yeah, in front of the fans, it's always good fun, but then you've got these stages coming up next. It's going to be tricky out there with those tyres on.
Aye, it will be, but we'll just go through it, deal with it. If we crash, we crash.
If we crash, we crash. Brilliant. If we crash, we crash. Whatever. Wow. It's one way of doing it, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
Takes the pressure off, doesn't it? He just said, if we crash, we crash. How's your night going?
Well, so far so good, but very, very slippy. Very, so far, everybody said the same, haven't they? But yeah, okay, we're here.
What a fabulous stage for a Mini.
It is a good stage for a Mini, yes, it is. Yeah, nice and tight and twisty, but a bit slippy.
Yeah. I'm trying not to use the phrase mini adventure too often this evening, but you're about to have one of those.
A mini adventure, yeah.
Cheers. Right, I'm going to show you this. I don't know how much you can see here. I insist on using paper notes because, well, I'm a traditional rally enthusiast. Paper doesn't run out of battery, does it? But it does get wet. It's basically just become liquid now. This is such a lovely car. I've been looking forward to seeing this in the stage. I can't wait to see it tomorrow. How was that?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was a good warm-up, that, yeah. Just trying to avoid the curves, you know, with the wheels sort of thing.
Yeah, well, it's just such a lovely-looking car. We spoke about it earlier. It's immaculate. It doesn't look like you've done any rallies in it, but you have. You've done 3 rallies here in it.
Yeah, we've done 3 Argylls. It's been to Killarney, it's at Solway. Yeah, it's done quite a bit. Not as much as it should, probably. Just finding the time and money, you know.
Well, make up for it tonight and enjoy those lanes.
I certainly will. Thank you.
Look at it. Just have a look at this thing as it drives off, Sam. I made a beeline, as you might imagine, for that in service earlier, and I posted some pictures on Facebook earlier if you want to have a closer look at that car. It really is a stunning machine, prepared to exacting specifications just like the works cars. Gareth Frank, Tony Vart. In fact, he's only done the Argyll Rally in the last few years, and each time he's taken the top 10 in class as well. So it's does the business. It's not the V8. Someone asked me earlier, is it the V8 like with the Chevy engine like Jimmy McRae had? It's not. It's the 2.3, aren't they? The car which became the Magnum, but it's got the same. Sorry, I'm getting a bit nerdy here, but it's got the I'm not sure if it's got a Blydenstein engine, but it should have. Same slant 4 engines, weren't they, in the 2.3 renders? Am I getting that right, Sam? Same slant 4 engine, 2.3 litre. And I think I seem to remember they had bigger twin carbs. Had remarkably big carbs on them. I'll get my. They're definitely Stromberg carbs, put it that way. I'll get my rally nerdery on point for Firenze tomorrow. I'll do a bit more work. 132, Kenny Watt. Alida Williamson then stopping in the stage, as you can see. Do you know what? It's not been a great event for his Mini. It's his first event of the season, and every time Kenny has done the Argyll Rally, he has retired. And looks like the same fate befalls him this year as well. Remarkably, we're at this end of the entry. It's the first 205 GTI we've had. That must have been fun.
Good. Very slippy. Very, very slippy as we found to our cost at the end of the main street. So, aye.
Nice to be out in front of the fans.
Sorry?
Nice to be out in front of the fans with their umbrellas up in the rain.
I know. At least we're dry in here, eh? In the right place.
You are. Yeah, you're dry, but I bet you're a bit more sweaty than I am. There's Stephen Black. Connor Gardner alongside. Doing their 4th ever rally, and their first ever rally, you guessed it, was the Argyll last year. Was it the tone of my voice which gave that away for you? It's a real mix of locals, of people doing first ever rallies, people who are quite new to rallying. Martin. Here it's all about championship points. Now we get to round 5.
It is, yeah. That's what we're going at. Really slippy in there, though.
It looks fun. Yeah. You've got some other minis to play with.
We have, yeah. Only one in the Protyre, though. But yeah, lads I know as well from the old Motorsport Cup.
You looking forward to these next few?
Not tonight in this wet. It's slippy because we haven't got any wet tyres, so we're just on cuts. So
at least you know you're on the wrong tyres.
Yeah. There's no late braking. Definitely not.
No, because there won't be any braking, will there, in that case?
No, there wasn't up there then, so we'll just simmer down a bit tonight and get through till tomorrow.
It'll give me a very nervous smile then. See you later, guys. Enjoy the next few. Look at this. You just don't see enough TR4s out rallying, do you, anymore?
Yeah, just don't, no, absolutely. But anyway, there's one here now.
I took a picture of this earlier with the minis in the service area. It looks great. How much fun was that in there?
It was a bit slippy. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun, isn't it? So the last chicane it doesn't exist anymore, so it's just been taken out. So the flying finish is between barriers.
We can deal with that. Good luck with the next few. Stephen Hall, Adji Foster in that TR4. 1-3-2 then getting going, but having to pull over again, so it does look like game over. Eric, how was that?
Not good.
No?
We've got a bad misfire. It looks like we're going to go into service and try and get it sorted for tomorrow, because at the moment it's not going right at all, unfortunately.
Okay, well, we'll let you go, but thanks for stopping to tell us.
No problem.
Eric and Russ with a misfire in that HRCR Mini Challenge car. Here we go. Good evening. Couldn't see you, it's missing up that badly.
It's a bit hot in here, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's a bit wet out here.
It's like a sauna. Yeah. Be alright if we're in Finland, I suppose.
It would. If you speak to the Manx boys, they've got a hot tub that you could jump in, apparently.
I could do with that right now.
How was the first two?
Very slippy on the first one. I mean, going into there with cold tyres, you might as well just be doing some ice racing, yeah. I mean, it was like just trying to avoid the curbs, keep it together. And then second one, a lot better. Like I say, a bit more grip on the slightly warmer tyres, but hopefully we'll get into some better stuff now. And there, we've unfortunately lost one of our mini comrades. He's broken down.
He's tried this rally 4 times now, and he's retired on every single blooming one of them.
He doesn't have the Scottish luck there, does he?
He doesn't.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully you can take a bit of that from him into the next few stages, though, and get some Scottish luck on him.
Best of luck today. Thank you so much.
See you tomorrow. There's a happy chappy. Harvey Stevens, Lawrence Selly alongside. He goes well here, though, the HRCR Mini. It's a mini sport cup. I keep calling it mini challenge because of the mini rally challenge, which sponsors our special stage rally show. But anyway, it's the HRCR mini sport cup, sponsored by Mini Sport, of course. And Harvey and Lawrence came third on the Mini Sport Cup on last year's Argyll, so they'll be looking for a repeat of that. And as we say, you heard a bit of Scottish look would go nicely as well. I see you guys have some sponsors on the car since you got this finished. I saw you were looking for them when you got it built.
Yeah, no, doing well with the sponsors. It's quite slippy in there.
Yeah.
It's deadly. Had a big, huge lock-up at the end and went straight into the bales, but it's fine.
These are lovely when it starts to slip and slide, though. I know I used to drive one of these. You can know what you're doing with it.
Yeah. You just smile and...
What's the plan tonight?
Stay on the road.
I'll give you that after the first.
Yeah.
Being Simon Thomason in a little saxo. So family supporting. There's only one thing nicer than being in front of the home crowds, and that's being in front of family, right?
Aye, definitely. It was good. It was a wee bit slippy there. Aye, we've done okay. Done all right.
Good job. Bit slippy, but he's done okay. He's got a screwdriver strapped to the inside of the door, you know, just in case. Family giving a lot of love to that car. How are things?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Yeah, can't believe how slippy it is in there, so just keeping it together, no heroics, and just get on through the night, really, and yeah, crack
Some
on.
classic minis to play with on this one.
Yeah, we've got some classic minis, not so much of the modern minis, so yeah, we'll just keep it out there, keep it on the road, and see where we are at the end of the rally, really.
Good stuff.
Cheers.
It's like you rehearsed it, but it's all going well. What a great sounding car this is. It loves a lot of fun in there.
It's very, very slippy. Yeah. Very, very slippy. It's got the BMW bike head on it. That's why it revs to the moon and back.
Brilliant. Well, you'll need to rev to the moon and back tonight.
Fingers crossed.
Good luck. And another little saxo that was looking for sponsorship. And you've got some sponsors on board since I last saw it as well.
Yeah, we went okay in the first run there, but we lost the back end coming down the bit there and spun out, and then we had a bit of problem getting into reverse there, so we lost a wee bit of time there, but hey ho, first stage, we'll keep going.
Hit reset and get onto those roads.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Good luck.
No worries, thanks a lot. Cheers.
Well, he's got it going. Kenny, I can see you're having problems in there. You have tried to finish this rally every time, and it's just not good to you.
I might, yeah, that's 3 times now. So my gearbox casing's burst at the end, so we lost our gears. So that's us.
That's you again.
Yeah, unless I can go and get it fixed and come back out, I doubt it.
Given how many times you've tried to finish this rally, I truly hope you managed to. Good luck.
So do I. So thank you anyway.
Okay, thank you. Cheers. Oh, and his door's broken now as well. No, it's not. So from now, a very wet Scottish Peninsula. This is the Dunoon Presents Argyll Rally, is round 5 of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. Our reigning champions, Callum Platt, Jack Morton, are doing exactly what they came here to do. They are leading the way in our championship crews. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins at the moment keeping them honest. There's still some stage mileage to go this evening, and as you can see, the conditions are treacherous. But I tell you what, Neil Roskell, Di Roberts, he said, I'm having it, and he is having it. He's having it well and truly there in 3rd place in our championship crews. Hugh Brunton, Hugh Hunter, the 2 Hughes close behind. The championship battle coming alive here. Darren Atkinson out in front in the 2-wheel drives as well, as you might expect, and he likes these conditions, so expect more of that tonight. We will be back live with you tomorrow, just after 10 o'clock. So have a nice leisurely breakfast, then join us for more live action from these great Scottish roads, where the weather, I hope, will be a little better, and no doubt we'll be battling the midges, not the rain, on tomorrow's live coverage. Have a lovely night, enjoy Friday, and we'll see you tomorrow for more live rallying here on Special Stage.